swear like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. Time staying strong, need to move on to be what I...
Hey guys, welcome back again to Dave's Dementia. Welcome back again for another live stream. Welcome back to Thursday Night Live. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm getting ready for the big stream tomorrow. Oh, not tomorrow, but Saturday. Hope everyone's doing good. How has everyone's week been? It's been kind of crazy, a little insane, a little deranged, but it's doing pretty well. Been good. Everything last minute preparations, and not the H kind, but last minute preparations. If you guys can see, I have boxes upon boxes upon boxes. I have a whole bunch of stuff taped up and ready. We have our mystery boxes all set for this Saturday morning, 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be insane, deranged. You know what it is. If you don't know what it is, let me pop it up there for you. We have Stream for the Cure. It is finally happening this Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern until 6 p.m. 8 p.m. 10 hours. We have 11 mystery boxes plus additional prizes to give away. Don't mind the mess behind me. Chaos and insanity. What can I say? It's my life. Also, I'm getting ready to head back to the office soon. Yeah, I got called back. I'm going back to the office. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. So that is happening. We'll see how that goes. Going to be interesting. So once I can get rid of my work computer, take it back to the office, I might actually shift the computer over a little bit. We'll see what happens. Let's check out the chat. We got a couple people in. Who do we have? Well, we got Greedo and Speedo. What a mess. I'm out. That's not what she said. Hey, Greedo, how you doing today? Any cool pickups this week? Yeah, I'm also charging up the pack because I got a couple appearances to do soon. So got to put it through its checks and balances, make sure everything's working on it, and the other pack too. Got that big New York trip I can't wait for. So yeah, let me see what exactly is going on. Getting ready for the ride for Roswell, obviously. June 25th, 30-mile ride. I will be busting my ass, and my ass could use some busting. Let me be honest. Just water. So, what's the latest and greatest? Let's see. We have a lot going on. Echo Black Series is new. Oh, really? You got a video coming out for that one, or? I haven't seen Echo anywhere. He's the one I really want to pick up. I mean, I still have Wrecker. I still have Wrecker. I still have Tech still in the box. I still haven't unboxed them. The only ones I ever unboxed was Hunter. So you can't say Hunter. You gotta say Hunter. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about Omega. I don't know. She's just an annoying character. But honestly, I'm kind of on hold when it comes to Hasbro for the most part. The last Hasbro figure I bought was actually Phantom Ranger from Power Rangers Turbo. I really have been... I mean, there's some new figures out. He's on Walmart. I need Hunter. Yeah, I mean, I grabbed Hunter as soon as first time I found him, I grabbed him. Last year, when everyone was getting Wrecker like in the summer, I didn't see Wrecker until November. That's how it is up here in Buffalo. It's just craptastic, Speaking of craptastic, let's take a look at Hasbro. Speaking of crap, right? So let me just throw that in. Still getting used to this. Restream. Let's go. Okay, so actually, let me just fix something real quick. We'll do that one. There we go. So, Hasbro, apparently they announced a whole bunch of crap today. I'm saying crap because I mean, from what I'm looking at, I'm not overly excited. So they gave us a Blue Ranger helmet. Um, Nothing against the actor David Yost who played Billy, and Billy was a very cool, really appreciated nerd as a hero back in the day. But you know what? I'm not excited. Uh, Quite frankly, because I have the Red Ranger helmet. Those Ranger helmets are kind of cut off the ears. Okay, I don't have big ears, but it's unless you're like maybe someone who's late teens, early 20s, and you're kind of slender, I really don't think this helmet is going to fit. It's more of a decorative piece, kind of like I have my Red Ranger helmet right there in the cube, and that's it. I can't wear it. And I mean, honestly, if you want something that's lightweight and it's fun to fool around with, then I mean, you know, it's pretty cool. Is it cosplay worthy? If you're doing if you're buying like a Spirit Halloween, yeah, it's perfect for a cosplay costume like that. But if you're going like you're doing accurate gloves and everything, that helmet's not accurate. It's not even close. It's easy to breathe into, semi, yeah. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's. See, the thing is, they have these cheap little molded clasps, these little clasps, and they don't even work at all. I mean, it uses magnets like right here and right here. That's all it is. In fact, let me just grab the Red Ranger helmet. Let's switch. So all this is, you have like kind of your hard hat style, fastener, so it fits your head perfectly. And all this is magnets right there. That's all it is. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, for the price they're charging, $90. I mean, that's okay, but I mean, we don't even have proper vents. Like they could have drilled in some holes here. I think that would allow for a little bit better airflow. The only kind of venting you have is where the visor, where the lens is. There's a little bit of a gap there. But I mean, they don't have any kind of a vent like here for breathing. I mean, if you're someone who's got a little bit of a chin, this is not going to work for you. And if you're a big person, more of a square head, this is not going to fit proper. I mean, it is what it is, guys. Speaking of it is what it is. Yeah, $90. A joke, yeah. Speaking of a joke, we have John Joker himself. Hey, John, how you doing tonight? We got Greedo and Espeedo hanging out. Saying hello to John. Rolando! Hello, I'm at Walmart. Do they have anything good there, Rolando? We're just talking about the latest, the Blue Ranger helmet. I mean, you know what? I'd rather see them do a bundle with, because, what is it? They did the Pink Ranger with the Morpher. They did the helmet and the Morpher together as a bundle. I think they'd have a better chance if they bundled that with the Blue Ranger weapons here. And that's going to be the next thing. I mean, $132 for this. One, I mean, look how overly cheesy and plastic this looks. Instead of showing the Ranger coin, we get an image of the helmet. Let me just make that big again. I mean, look at this. We don't get his power coin. We get a gold little disc of a side view of his helmet. That makes no sense to me. I mean, this looks overly cheap. I mean, anyone who's good with paints, I mean, you could easily put a black wash on this to make it look more weathered. Very cool. Which Metallica are you watching? Like a live concert, or are you watching like a classic one? Greedo's watching a Metallica concert right now. Can't go wrong with a little sanitarium. Speaking of sanitarium, we got Dino the Machino. We got Geek Strong himself. Every Sunday morning, him and Dandy, 1980, was it 1982? I think no, 1981. They do their morning, basically workout, and they do workouts and talk about toys. 40th anniversary, nice. So going back to this, I mean, looking at this, I mean, I'm sorry, this is not $132 worth. I mean, You seen? I mean, just looking at this, you can see that this is. It looks to me, it comes off overly cheap. It comes very cheap looking. Does I mean, with this, they could have made. They can definitely. I mean, I've seen toy makers make stuff look more metallic. I mean, this is something. If I got this, I'm going to be spending time making. Hitting this with more of a chrome paint to make it look more silver. Some of the side views I saw. Let me see if I can. I mean, look at that. It looks very cheap and toy like. It really does. How many people are really going to be spending $132? They're not going to be buying this for their kids. Let's be honest. You know. I mean, okay. I like how it's displayed like that. This must be on a spring mechanism because they show that okay, you can have it displayed like this or like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the art on the packaging looks good. Yeah, Greedo said it right there. Hasbro sucks, period. Overpriced, underwhelming. But speaking of the opposite of underwhelming, we have overwhelming. We have the Tasman, and he's so swollen. I can't do it as good as you. But we got the Tasman in the house. Taz, how you feeling today? Hope you're feeling good. Not too good. Ladies, watch out. It's the Tasman. The Taz is on the loose. I think that was the picture I was looking at. I mean, we can see kind of the seams. This is the art. I mean, this really it shouldn't. I mean, this is just molded plastic kind of here, and it's a little two tone. I mean, if you're spending money on something like this, at least give it that fake metal finish. There's so much that they could be doing with this. I mean, they could do way better, especially for $132. The only way I would be getting this is, and this is a big well, two ifs. First if is if it's on clearance. I mean, at least half off, if not more, with a coupon at GameStop. And second, if this combines with the other weapons that they're doing, because we already got the power sword. We got Jason's power sword, Red Ranger sword. If this and the other pieces connected together, I might be into getting that because I think that could be a sick display. But this alone, I mean, you can see the plastic lines right there. It's the seam lines. And that's a gripe I have when it comes to Star Wars. The latest saber they had, I mean, it looks really cool, but you know what? If I can see the seams, I could spend that same kind of money and get it elsewhere. I've seen better weapons sold on Etsy than this. I mean, yeah, you get a nice intricate design, but I'm sorry. Sure, a kid might want that, but you know what? For some of the adult collectors who are fans of the original Power Rangers, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to pass on. I mean, for those that just joined, we got Left Coast. We got Rick from Left Coast. Left Coast Graphics. We got Geek Strong. We have, I believe, Sleeping popped in. That Power Lance is sharp. It's at a distance, yeah. But when you get up and close, I'm sorry. As someone who watched Power Rangers when, it just, I have to say no, especially for that price point. That price point is just, it kills me. It eats me up inside. Left Coast says he ordered the Sentinel. Long live retros. Yep. They released the Sentinel. We're going to be going over that very shortly. Taz says go Power Rangers. 132. Yeah, exactly. This is just going to push more and more people away. I mean, give us more quality. I mean, I'm not saying give us actual metal, but I mean, you could do a better paint than that. I've said it. I mean, I've seen some better looking stuff on Etsy at times. I hate to say it, but I have. Haven't we all done? Taz was like, did Jason really do porn or is that just a rumor? I don't know. You might have to ask him. No, Dino, that's just you. Taz says only on his phone. I mean, I don't know. I have to say a pass on this. Unless it was on clearance, I might be tempted to get it and maybe do a little bit of modifications my own. Like, I mean, I know it would not be accurate, but okay, like the handles. I'm sorry. I'm just, you know what? I might be tempted to take like some hockey tape and wrap it around the handles. I don't know, it makes some of this look like more damaged, like it's been used in battles. I mean, I would rather have it looking kind of battle worn. The whole power of the grid with the whole battling from different multiverses, I think that could be a pretty good thing. But the thing is, here, this is what you get, and this tells me that this is not going to merge with the other weapons, because remember, uh, Trini's Sai and Billy's lance here, when it would separate and it would merge into their that big Mighty Morphin Power Ranger cannon that they had, they those handles would turn into like open barrels for a part of the blaster. We don't see that here, so I don't think that they're going to merge in any shape or form. I saw a bunch of people today saying, "Oh, they're coming out with all the weapons. They're probably going to merge together, unless they come with those extra components, or is Hasbro going to charge us extra for those?" Which I don't see that happening. I'm sorry. I could see there are 3D files. You could probably 3D print something a little bit better. I honestly think. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being real here. Because look, you give us the power coin, the image of the power coin on either side of the lance, but on the stand you don't. That makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. I mean, you get Billy's helmet on the side. That no. We're going on to the next one, guys. No, France. What do we got here? I stopped collecting Black Series and Legends because of the price increase. I have really want to I have to really want the figure for me to buy. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. I mean, honestly, I'm seriously thinking about selling a lot of my Lightning collection. My Power Rangers. I mean, a lot of the figures I love. I mean, if I keep anything, obviously I'm keeping the Morpher. I'm keeping the Megazord. Anything Tommy and Goldar, the villains, I think I would keep. Green Ranger and White Ranger section I would keep, but I'll give you guys a better look. So I have this whole section of Rangers right here, like this, and maybe some of this I might sell, but then I'm going to keep the Green Ranger. I got the Legacy Morpher Legacy Dagger up there. Yes, I have the Legacy Dagger. I would not buy the Lightning Collection Dagger because I think it looks overly cheap. Dino can make it out of cardboard and hot glue. I'm sure he could. So what are you saying, Dave? What are you saying, Dave? Is you only ordered one blue staff thingy? I'm not even ordering it. That's a hard pass on me, man. God, it looks like trash. I only collect the Mighty Morphin No Space. I mean, I got I did get the space. I got Andros, the red Space Ranger. I did get him. I have a lot of the Red Rangers: Dino Thunder, SPD, Time Force, um, Zeo. Because I mean, Zeo was Tommy, so I gotta have all the Tommy Rangers. The only Tommy they haven't done yet is Dino Thunder, and I'm still waiting on that. And why the hell are they not releasing a Green Ranger helmet? You did the dagger. You should be doing the helmet now, but who knows what the hell they're doing. And if you notice, okay, if you're going to release the Red Ranger's Power Sword, and if you're going to release the Blue Ranger's Lance, what about the blaster? You know, don't worry, sleeping. I'm getting to it. We know sleeping wants this. Mojo World 4-pack. This is sleeping when he goes to his post office to pick up all his packages. Or no, this is sleeping when he put together his statues. Right, sleeping? Figs, figs, more figs. I mean, these are some pretty cool looking figures. Um, but I mean, that's the same price as the Lance from Power Rangers. Um, question is, sleeping. Would you spend that? Would you spend 132 on this four pack here? I mean, I'm gonna say I would price that around 70 or 80, but maybe I'm pricing it too low. What do you think, sleeping? Sleeping put Mojo and then statues. Kind of looks like Otis. I predict this will hit $5 clearance just like Elvis MODOK. Yeah, I got MODOK for like, I think $20, maybe 19. I scored him at a Target and it was on clearance and I went for it. And hell, GameStop is still, my GameStops are still selling them for full price. Sleeping says Otis. That 4-pack is cool, but way too exactly. Fab. Hey, Fab. 104. Yeah. Yikes, indeed. I would, but not happily. I like the package and long shot. I think it's something we need to get used to. I think they aren't going to get cheaper. No. But you know what? Looking at this price, this is like Super 7 pricing. At least we get a lot more accessories with the Super 7s. I mean, I agree with you, Sleeping. This is not something that's going to go away. I think this is going to be the new standard, that high pricing. But who's to say that there aren't going to be knockoffs and third parties that would be just as cool? But those who are inbox collectors, which we all know, Sleeping, you're one of the most well known inboxers. You occasionally do an unbox, and I mean, because I know what you do. You like to hold on to the awesomeness, the nostalgia, and then occasionally, sometimes you need to make room and you move them along, and you can do that a lot easier if they're still in box. So I get that. I mean, I like that they're throwing some effects in here. This is what we like to see. But Hasbro, I still think you need to learn from McFarlane and give us some accessory kits. I'll buy it in 35 every 2 weeks, and I'll forget it. Probably. I know a lot of people forget their pre-orders. $5 Elvis. Wow, I would I would even get that. Let's see. I never really read the Mojo World, so I really don't know the story behind all these guys. I mean, they look cool. Let's catch up on what else we have here. I do want him. I will. I don't know if I want to pay $28 though. Maybe what I'll do is, if he's on GameStop, I'll use my $5 monthly coupon at GameStop. I'll get him, instead of paying $28, I'll get him for 23. But I have to get him because I used to watch this. The Japanese Spider-Man, where basically it was like a morpher. And he even had his own kind of Spider Zord, kind of. He had a car that would turn into a robot. It was totally awesome, man. I love that we get some web effects here. Obviously, this is looking pretty much like our standard Spider-Man for the most part. I like the different sculpt with the squinted eyes, and of course, our little Spider Morpher right there. He's only a Hasbro exclusive. Maybe I'll give in and I'll buy him, but I don't like. You guys know me. I'm not a box collector anyway, so I would just unbox him. But this Japanese art on here, you take care, Greedo. Go back to the concert. Greedo's watching the 40th anniversary Metallica concert. Vintage all the way. I would rather get the vintage toys. I think when it comes to it, vintage is better. I mean, price point wise, I will get the Repro Mega Mego Spider-Man and Hulk when they come out. I haven't seen those yet, to be honest. But see, another thing is this: do I want to wait until January 1st of 2023? I mean, do I want to wait that long? I really don't. Hey, Stargate, what's going on? By the way, I forgot to do this, guys. Forgot to put our little link in the chat in case anyone wants to come out and hang out. If anyone wants to jump into the chat and pop in, say hello, you guys are more than welcome to come on and hang out. The chat is open as always, guys. Open stream, bring it on. Let's have some fun. Let me just pin that to the top. And by the way, anyone who is watching this live or rewatching this, don't forget this Saturday morning we are doing our 10-hour stream. That is Stream for the Cure. All the proceeds go to Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Institute. We have 11 mystery boxes. We have 4 Star Wars boxes. One of them is a TVC, that is Vintage Collection, and that's courtesy of Salacious Rum. We have a Lego box, courtesy of Super Awesome Geek Show. Those kits just came in today, so he's going to be boxing that up, and that's going to be ready to be given away Saturday. We have the McFarlane kit, McFarlane box, which is going to be 2 DC Multiverse figures with an extra prize inside. We have a Gundam kit with 2 Gundam box with 2 Gundam kits. We have Transformers. We have a Hot Toy we're giving away, guys. And maybe later on the stream, I'll let you guys know what that Hot Toy is. We'll see. We'll see if you guys are good. So, let's catch up on the chat. Stargate saying, hey, Greedo. Greedo saying, hey, Stargate. Hey, John Joker. Everyone's hanging out, having a good old time. Yeah, so I definitely got to get him because, I mean, it brings back, it brings back memories. It really does. And, I mean, this is not a Spider-Man that we're going to see again, This is not something that we see every 5 or 10 years or even 20 years. So, I mean, it's definitely something that I think I'd have to get. Let's catch up on what else we have going on. So we got I have a War Machine very similar to this. And yeah, it's that same one, in fact. It's got the same effects. The only thing is it's a slightly different paint. It's more of a lighter ghost gray. And we get the little neon blue paints on here. But that's almost identical to the one I already have. And they're giving him the bubble treatment, right? He gets the bubble, but not anybody else. Now, the only difference with the ones I have was mine also came with some rocket and smoke effects to hold them up. And I got him for $29. I'm not going to pay this for $28. I'd have to say no. Now, if you don't have this one or that mold, then I say go for it, but it's an exact repaint. I swear to God it is. Same mold and everything. This is what Dino wants. And I think Rick also said he wants this one, I think. The Sentinel. I mean, he does look nice and mean. And they give us a little blast effect. Okay. We can work with that, right? I wouldn't mind if they did a variant like this that maybe glowed in the dark. Like the eyes glowed and maybe the chest vent glowed. That could be pretty cool. Gap says, that is a cool looking Spider-Man. I just came from the future. You won the VTC? What's that? On Saturday? I have he has a DeLorean. Well, Dino, I got a few DeLoreans. In fact, I think I might take 1 or 2 of those when I go back to the office next week. Yep, they're calling me back to the office. I got to go back to an office. I can't work from home anymore. Those, it is what it is. You that sense? Okay, if you say so. Gap saying hello, G-Force. We got Fight Lord. Now, what do you guys think of this Disney Plus Sharon Carter, like a year and change after the show? I mean, it's not too bad, but they didn't perfectly nail it. I think she looks pretty cool. Honestly, I think they could definitely reuse this mold, but use it for like Jessica Jones, because apparently the actress who plays Jessica Jones, Kristen Ritter, her and blanking on his name right now, the guy who plays Luke Cage, they actually shared a photograph together on Instagram. They were hanging out. Okay, and guess what else? You guys are going to love this. Disney announced that they're working on a Daredevil series. So could we see the Netflix universe come back? It's looking like it. I mean, especially since we had Matt Murdock. Mr. O'Hydro, how you doing today? I mean, Matt Murdock came back for the Spider-Man movie, so that kind of cements that he's in that MCU universe. And now they're talking about bringing the series. We've already seen a version of Kingpin in the Hawkeye series right at the end. Spoilers. So, I mean, why not just bring the whole continuum? You know, I mean, was I a big fan of Iron Fist? Not so much, but I really loved Luke Cage. That show was insane. Punisher was really good too. But I'd have to say my two favorites out of the whole Netflix series. I mean, obviously Daredevil, but also I loved Luke Cage. Luke Cage and Jessica Jones are kind of neck and neck for my favorites. But yeah, all three were just amazing. Rick is saying, "Hey, G-Force." Was watching on Twitter also. Thanks. Yeah, I have the paid version of Restream, so I'm actually streaming on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Trying something a little different while we have it. You know, something a little bit fun. Mr. Hydra saying, "I'm good, bud. How are you?" I've had better weeks. I'll be perfectly honest. Been a little stressed out with work. Something else I won't talk about. Getting ready for the stream that's happening Saturday, 10-hour stream, 11 mystery boxes. I'm hoping everyone's going to have a great time. And I'm kind of focused on trying to raise as much as we possibly can for Roswell. We are actually up to 82% right now of goal. I set a modest goal of 800, and right now we're at 82%. I would love to reach 100 of my goal, but it'd be even better if we surpassed it. We'll see what happens. But we have 11 mystery boxes, and we have a slew of additional prizes to give out throughout the stream. So we'll see what happens. How did you stream on Twitter? Well, I'm using something called Restream. Let me actually show you. It's a lot like StreamYard. We get the little Inception thing because I'm screen sharing this right now. Okay. This is the paid version. I did the paid version for the stream that we're doing Saturday, so I could have a maximum of. Let me just switch this over. I did this so I did the paid version, so we could have the maximum of 10 people, and that we can also stream on as many platforms as possible. So there's that. Because I'm doing in case you don't know, Mr. Hydro, I'm doing a stream for the cure. All benefits for this little event that I'm doing goes towards Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Institute. Right at the bottom, we're doing a 10-hour stream, 10 a.m. Eastern until 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have guests. It's going to be an open stream. Anyone can come on. Mr. Hydro, if you want to come on and talk about your channel, it's going to be an open stream. Anyone can come in. We're going to have people coming in and out throughout the entire stream. It's just going to be an awesome hangout session. We're going to spin some wheels. We're going to give away some prizes, including a hot toy. We have, if you're a toy collector, if you're into collecting, it's going to be an awesome, awesome time. But with Restream, here's the fun little thing. We can actually have a chat overlay right on it. I can have little different items here. If you notice, instead of StreamYard where we get one little bar that we can text, we can have two separate sections right here. And also, I get to play with a lot of different graphics, like so. I can play custom videos. You notice I have an overlay. This is an overlay I made through Canva, actually. So there's a lot of fun stuff. Now, just like with StreamYard, it costs a few bucks in order to do it. It's not cheap. I paid about $50 for 1 month. But yeah. He says he'll tell everyone. Yeah, I come say hi for a second. Yeah, anytime. Anytime I do a stream, yeah, high tech. Yeah, it is a little fancy, and I like how it's a little bit more intuitive. Just to show you guys again, I like how intuitive this is because, I could just slide right over. We can do that. We can switch around. You have your guests on this side right here. You can see right out there. I can switch around. We can do this. We can do that. This is perfect. Let me just take the overlay off. Now, you can see I have my camera right here, and then I have my main screen here, which is pretty perfect for gaming. So you automatically have your camera right there, and then you have your screen right there, and you can still have your overlay right on the side. So, I mean, that's perfect for gaming right there. I mean, a lot of this stuff is basic stuff. It's just like some of the extra bells and whistles cost a little extra. And the really cool thing is this. What we can do is there's different layout formats, but if you do a live stream, guess what? As soon as I'm done with the live stream, it actually records the entire thing. And I can either download it as video, or I can just download it as audio so I can actually release a podcast if I wanted to, which is pretty cool. And no, this is not a paid sponsorship, but hey, Restream, if you want to sponsor me, talk to your boy. I'm here. Let's go for it. What was that Dino said? $50 a month? Who runs a Hasbro? Practically. The only reason why I signed up for the full expanded plan was I want to have as many guests as possible. I wanted to stream in HD. I wanted to make this stream Saturday the best production I possibly can. Yeah, he says, yeah, that clean. Yeah, and he says he's slacking. But no, I mean, StreamYard seemed to be like the only, the only person in town. Everyone uses StreamYard. But I was like, well, I want to see what else is out there. And I did some research, and there's a lot of people who've covered this and a few other options out there. It's always, I mean, when you go shopping, you don't just stick to one store or one person, right? You like to shop around. You should do that with everything. I'm always whenever the wife wants something, wants us to buy something online, she'll say, "Okay, I want to get this." She has me do the research. So I looked around, and I mean, yeah, for the paid version, I can have my overlay. And what's cool is they give you now, even though you could download your own videos, a lot of this stuff is included. They give you, like here, that backgrounds. This is an animated background playing right now. This is not one I provided. This is one that they give you for free. They do have some free ones on here. I mean, this is pretty cool. Pretty cool and groovy. They have some videos that you can play. They have countdowns. They give you some overlays. This is a free overlay right now that they give. There's some other, goofier ones. But this is one I made with Canva. So there's a lot of stuff you guys can do. It's definitely worth checking out for free. Yeah, so right now we're streaming on Twitch. I don't really stream on Twitch much, but playing around with it. And on Twitter, so I'm trying to get as much exposure as possible because I want us to do as much as we possibly can for the Ride for Roswell. Again, if anyone needs to reach out to me, you can reach out to me at Instagram or Twitter or my email address. And don't forget this Saturday, Stream for the Cure. I know I keep talking about it, but I want to get the word out to everyone as much as possible. There you go. Let's catch up on the chat. Papa Gore, the Canadian Santa Claus himself, how are you feeling? You were at 85% yesterday. Are you feeling at 90 now? You feeling a little better? I think your background is trying to hypnotize me. Don't worry, I'll switch it back. I got a couple different ones I like to play around with. Some of these I downloaded during a free trial through Canva. Hey, the best stuff is free stuff, guys. Don't sleep on the free stuff. Got some weird kind of matrix, kind of warp speed stuff going on. Got a couple different things. So let's get back. How about we go with that one? Yeah, we'll go with that one. There we go. Let's get back. Papa Gore saying, hey, Mr. Dave, hope you're doing well. Left Coast, I've been playing around with OBS as much. It has so many options you can add on. Kind of limitless, but big learning curve. Yeah, I have OBS as well. there is a big learning curve with it. There's a lot of plugins. The thing is, reason why it's such a big learning curve is it's open broadcast. It's basically a shared format. It's free, but this is one thing I wish they would do. You can have guests in there, but it's kind of hard for you to have a saved screen with guests unless you create a separate scene that's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or let's say you only have 4 guests, then you got to switch to a different scene. But also, there's no support in OBS for if you want to have guests. I mean, what I could do is I could launch OBS and then do a screen capture of StreamYard into OBS. But I mean, you're already streaming through StreamYard, so that kind of defeats the purpose in a way. I mean, like, I'll pull up my OBS really quick. Here we go. Now, obviously, my camera's not going to show because, well, I'm using my camera right now. This is like I have my little, this is like a little stream thing I downloaded off one site. This is a little intro I cut through Canva. I took a couple different videos, and then I kind of just threw them together, and then I overlaid a free song from YouTube's free audio library. And I was able to do a custom text on there, my logo with the background, and then a little disclaimers because of, Coda with the kids, So, I mean, I got to play around and make that. I thought that was pretty cool. Usually I have my main camera right here. Got my little socials and a little icon right here. Dual screen, so if I want to have more, 2 cameras, got my one camera here, and I have the other camera right here. And again, I have my overlay. I gotta work on the overlay a little bit. There we go. If I'm doing a game scene, this would be a screen capture, and I'd have camera right here. See, I create a little frame right there. I could have my socials, screen capture. I could have that right there. So I have my little transitions. I can jump around, or I have my be right back. My outro for the ending of my videos if I'm recording or doing a stream. So, yeah, I made those. It's a lot of fun stuff, but sometimes I'll have glitches with the camera not working properly. So, there is that. So, let's catch up. G4 saying hi, Papa G. G is saying hi to G. Yeah, but does it have a sloppy green screen like StreamYard? Well, see, that's another thing. StreamYard, I can't stand that big white blinding background. If they gave us a dark mode, that would be so much better. So much better. Catch up. It's cool, Dave. I'm joking. Papa G. Papa G, eh? Oh, yeah, eh? You both are from Canada. Come on. Dave, got to roll, bud, but got to do some stuff at the house. Have a great night. You too, man. Be safe, Ohydro. And if anyone is not following Ohydro, he has his own streaming. He has his own game streams. Let me see. I have your link somewhere. I'm going to pull it up right now. So anyone in this stream or chat wants to go ahead and check you out, I'm putting your link in here, okay? Pull up my little format here. I have so many links, it's not even funny. I'll find it in just a second, then we'll keep the ball rolling on this show. This show shows. Here you go. Mr. Ohydro, you're right in the chat. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Guys, go ahead and check out Mr. Ohydro. His link's right in the bottom there. Let's catch up. I will for sure join you, Dave, during the live stream, and I will bring prizes. Awesome. You don't have to. And listen, you can always hop on any stream and talk up your latest items coming out. I'm sorry that you're not going. I'm sorry you're not going to Celebration. I mean, that's definitely a dream. I would love to go. I've never even been to Disney regular, let alone Celebration. Hey G, hey Force, Geek Strong, Rick, everyone's saying hello to each other because we're all brothers. 87%. Okay. Oh, that's 2%. Did you have a little 2% milk? There you go. Hey, forward momentum, man. Forward movement. As long always forward, never backwards. As long as you're going forward, that's all that matters. And I hope the kids and everyone, hope the kids and the wife are doing well. My wife went to a Lego store today, by the way, Gord, picked up some of those Muppets. What's cool is our Lego store, I don't know if all the Lego stores are doing this. Our Lego store, they actually figure out the codes and they could actually tell what Muppet is in what bag. So, yeah, my wife is putting together Animal and a few others right now. I mean, they're pretty cool. She wants me to try and find I guess there's plans through some of the Lego groups to make the arches. So she wants to get the Lego pieces so we can do the arches and she can have the Muppets and the arches like on the old show. I like that I can make my own overlays and graphics. I need to eventually have to pay to use StreamSite. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're amazing with everything that you can do, Rick. I mean, what I did, I mean, all this was in this, let's be honest, this looks cheesy. I'll be perfectly honest. My overlay looks cheesy. I mean, I grabbed some known graphics. I mean, you can see my caution tape up here looks kind of faded and blurry because I grabbed this off YouTube and then I used a background remove site. Same thing with this particle stream. I don't know how to make any of that stuff, so you kind of do with what's public. Remove the background and try to make something that is your own. My logo, I actually got it from someone on what was it? One of those zombie gaming site things. It was completely crap. And then I played around with the coloring and removed everything else that was in the background. It wasn't the greatest. I mean, and I definitely kind of regretted paying what I paid for it. Papa G is 100% awesome in my book. Yes, he is. Gary's Grails, how you doing today, Gary? You doing well? Any fun pickups? By the way, guys, another reminder, if you want to pop in for 5 or 10 minutes or even longer, the stream is always open. Always. Always, 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 always. By the way, guys, anyone who is not busy tomorrow night at 7 p.m., join me. I will be appearing on Maria's Tea Time and Telly. She's going to have me on to talk about the stream for the cure and to talk about the channel. It's going to be a fun, awesome stream. Speaking of fun and awesome, let's catch up here. We got Gap saying hello to Sean Solo. Sean, how you doing today? We got Rolando. So now it's a stream once Rolando's here. Papa G saying, hey, Sean. Sean, long time no see, brother. I miss you. Dino says he loves and misses you. Hugs and kisses. I know I'm an ass. Let's catch up. Reminds me of Ghostbusters. What's up? Well, yeah, that's pretty much the theme with the caution tape and the particle streams. The green background, I just love it. It's kind of like a green quantum leap thing going on. So that's why I like it. CB Hunts. Hey CB, how you doing today? CB Hunts is an awesome YouTuber. If you guys aren't familiar with CB, I don't know what you're doing with your lives. But he's also recently launched a Twitch channel you guys might want to check out. I'm actually pulling up the link right now. It's somewhere in here. I have so many links, it's not even funny. So please do me a favor. If you love gaming, go ahead and check out CB Hunts on Twitch and on YouTube. Does some awesome reviews. So let's get back to the show. We were talking a bunch of crazy stuff. We were looking at Hasbro. That's going to be a pass. I mean, they gave hype. Ooh, or is that like some kind of like cattle prod? I don't know. Transformers, I'm kind of staying away because they're starting to look cheaper and cheaper, and they're raising the prices on some of them. I mean, $152 for a masterpiece. It's because they're throwing the Takara name on it, and they have the Toyota branding on it, which is a shock. Um, Gary said, this week's arrival, Marvel Legends, Sabretooth, and Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Rocket and Groot. Awesome. Hot Toys Captain America from Endgame. That is a hot figure. I think probably in a month or two, I'm going to try and order that myself, Captain America from Endgame. He looks amazing. I'm supposed to be getting my first hot toy this Monday, I think. It's going to be the Spider-Man 2099 from John Joker's Trivia. CB says, thank you. No, anytime, man. I mean, if I'm on somebody's channel and I'm a mod, I'm going to be sharing everyone else's links. It's about trying to grow our little community as much as we possibly can. I'm giving back as much as anyone gives to me. So that's what it's about. Rolando went to Walmart. They had nothing new. Exactly. Walmart and Target has been disappointing and depressing. Ordered the wave of for the Legends due to the Build-A-Figure. You know, I really want that the Thor wave. I want it not because I think all the figures look great. I want to do the Build-A-Figure because I mean it's Korg. I'm at a rocks. My name is Korg. I mean, this Groot looks pretty cool. I'm just not a fan of how the blaster is all just one plastic molded piece. They kind of did the Transformer route with this. I mean, if I get him, I'm definitely weathering the hell out of this. Because let's face it, the Guardians are not going to have brand spanking new. They're not the friggin' Nova Corps. They're not going to have brand spanking new, nice and shiny toys. They're going to have stuff that's been hodgepodge thrown together and built by Rocket. They're going to have stuff that is probably, about to break down. Let's be honest. I mean, Guardians is basically the A-Team in space. That's what it is. Let's be honest. But I mean, some of the sculpts look pretty cool. Let's take a look. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, is she perfect? No. And some of the joints are a little. I think they could have done a little bit better in the arms. She definitely looks kind of bulked out. I'm curious to see if they're going to do a She-Hulk. Speaking of hulking out, we got Wolfpack Toy Reviews saying, "What's up, Mr. Dimensions? How you doing today, Wolfpack? We're getting ready for that stream on Saturday. You might have heard we're doing a little crazy little stream to help support cancer research at Roswell Park. We have 11 mystery boxes. We have 11 elimination wheels. 11 mystery boxes were given out. We got 4 boxes of Star Wars. We got some Transformers we're giving away. We got Gundam. We have DC Multiverse. We have a Hot Toy coming out, courtesy of Mr. John Joker. You know that guy. So yeah, it's going to be an amazing 10-hour stream. If you've got time, pop in. You want to talk about your channel, want to hang out, just shoot the breeze. That's what we're here for. So it's going to be a sick 10-hour stream. It's $5 per wheel, or if you want in on all the wheels, it's just $20. And every dollar, every nickel, every dime goes to Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Institute. And I'll be doing the actual ride for Roswell June 25th this year, 30-mile ride. I'm ready for it. And I'm going to bring you guys along with me. I'm going to do some recording so you can actually see the ride itself. It's a pretty awesome event. So let's get back here. Get back to the chat. Keep hitting those Walmarts. They surprise you sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. G would know with his gauntlets that he goes on. All those like 20-mile rides or 20 store gauntlets that he goes through. Maybe not. Dino says he's back to 900 subscribers. Awesome. Now, if you guys aren't following Dino the Machino, a.k.a. Geek Strong, a.k.a. Rocky Porno, a.k.a. Keep Him Away From Your Daughters, what are you doing? Dino is, I mean, he's got an awesome collection when it comes to vintage. I mean, he collects anything and everything, and he does some pretty awesome shorts too. Does some pretty awesome videos. He likes to do his impersonations. I got so many links. I got to reorganize my links. I'm trying to find Dino's link right now so I can put it in the chat. There we are. Dino, you were right under Maria. he probably enjoyed that. Uh, Japanese Spider-Man. Yeah, I really do want that Japanese Spider-Man. I really do. But $28. But he's not going to come around again. Agent Carter and Mojo TV box set today. Yeah, that box set is like 132. Fab says, hey to Wolfpack. Let's catch up. Papa says, hey Fab. Wolfpack saying, hey Left Coast, G-Force, Fabulous, Rolando, Gary, and Dino. Of course, what's up, guys? Let's catch up. Left Coast, I am not sure. Left Coast says, I have 540 watch hours. Everyone needs to do a run of my videos. Well, I won't be able to watch videos in the background like I used to. I would run my phone and watch everyone's videos while I was working. Won't be able to do that once I'm in the office. Sean says he's a hoarder like us all. Be real. Llamas for life. Those that don't know, Sean Solo is a llama rider in his spare time. Professional llama rider. You guys can always catch him on with 3 Men and a Monkey Lizard. Every Saturday. They'll be streaming this Saturday as well. So if you happen to pop through my stream, make sure you go on over to theirs. I believe, Sean, you guys stream at what, 5 o'clock on the East Coast, I think. 5 o'clock Eastern time? Geek Strong's like, Left Coast, you need to change your theme to watch them all. I feel like I've been frozen at 171. Hey, I get that. I mean, my numbers are going up and down on a regular basis. Either people just click and subscribe, but they don't watch, and then, oof, my collector's budget is still recovering from all the Ghostbusters merch over there. Nice. Collecting Star Wars. Hey, what's up, cool kids? How you doing? We're just doing a little stream, little Thursday night hangout. I need to get some dancing girls on my streams. Now, I think that's only Salacious that can score those. Then Geek Strong Sundays, yep. So, yeah, I got to pass. I mean, looks okay. If I get the set, I think I might want to do a little bit of work. Because if you've seen the trailer, the hammer is all cracked and distorted. And we really don't see that whole lot here. I would probably want to hit that with silver. Because, I mean, the hammer is silver after all. I mean, there's some cool figures. Now, we have we have 13 people in here. I think it's time that I give you guys a little sneak peek into Saturday's stream. Now, you guys have heard me talk about it. Saturday's stream, we have 11 mystery boxes. We have 4 Star Wars boxes. So we have 3 Star Wars boxes of Black Series figures. 3 Black Series figures in each box. And we have three of those boxes, guys. $5 a piece, or $5 per entry into the wheel, or $20 gets you entered once on all the wheels. We have a vintage collection, a full wave of vintage figures, courtesy of Mr. Salacious Rum himself, the Kowakian Monkey Lizard Army commander himself. So that's going to be a separate box. We have McFarlane Multiverse, the 2-figure pack. We have a Transformer Leader class figure we're giving away. We have Gundams. We have Funko Pops. We have a box of 4 Funko Pops we're giving away. We have a NECA figure that we're giving away, guys. We have a Hot Toy. And I think it's time I told you guys what that Hot Toy is. Are you guys ready? If you're ready, give me a thumbs up in the chat. If you want to know what the Hot Toy we're giving out is, give me a thumbs up in the chat, please. Yeah, we have a lot of Star Wars we're giving out. So collecting Star Wars, if you're looking for some mystery boxes for some Black Series figures, $5 per chance, $20 to be entered on every single wheel, guys. Papa Gord saying, hey, Steve. Everyone saying hello to each other. Thumbs up, thumbs up. G-Force, thumbs up. Collecting Star Wars. Okay, are you guys ready? Now, the decision on what figure Now, John Joker is the one who's donating this hot toy. Okay, and right now, some of the shipping is a little delayed, but it will get out to the winner. Now, there's a special meaning behind this figure that we chose. This figure is kind of a symbol against cancer, and this figure has also been featured. The actor who plays this figure has also been featured with this uniform or his costume in real life, going to hospitals, visiting kids who are fighting cancer. So that's part of the choice behind him. So are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let me know. Okay, bringing him over. And the hot toy is Captain America Endgame. That's the hot toy we're going to be raffling off this Saturday. It's going to be the very last wheel that we do. Captain America Endgame. You can't get any more better than this. Apparently, there's an earlier version of him that had some neck issues, some other QC issues. The star, everything is perfectly sized, is perfectly scaled to him. I mean, look at some of these poses, guys. This could be yours. Yes. Collecting Star Wars says, no way, that is a super hot toy. Yes, it is. I'm jealous. This is definitely one I would love to have, but that's going to have to wait about another month or two, about 2 months. I'll get the money aside and I will purchase him. Even if I have to do the payment plan, and he will be mine. Oh, yes, he will be mine. Papa Gord, good God, you're killing me, Dave. Papa, I said in your chat yesterday that the hot toy is going to be one that you would love for your collection. Did I not? I didn't say what collection. But tell me that wouldn't go great with that shield that you have coming. Huh? If you haven't seen this, I mean, look at the dirt and battle scuffing. I mean, they did a tremendous damn job on him. All the damn poses. Look at the damn sculpt. I mean, they practically made it look like the pores you can see on his skin. Gary says, if I win it, I'll give it to the runners up. I got this in, and it's awesome. I mean, if you're a Captain America fan, you got to get him. There's no question about it. Speaking of questions, do we have somebody in? Let's see, who do you got? Someone says America's ass. Yeah, America's ass. Yep. Let me get back into here. So, I mean, you get the hammer. It'd be cool if we had a lightning effect that came with it, but not this time. But I'm sure you could make it. We get the broken shield. You get the compass. Peggy's photo and the compass. I mean, come on. The details and quality. You can hang the shield on his back. The weathering. I mean, you get to stand all the different hands, so you can do the points. You can do everything on here. You get the different faces where you can swap it out. You get the helmet that he can hold in his hand. And I mean, oh God, who would not want this, guys? $20 for a chance at this and all the wheels? Yes. Deal. That is the price. $20 gets you in on everything. Everything. Come on, who wouldn't want that? So yeah. And like I said, it's $5 per wheel. $5 per wheel if you want a specific wheel, or $20 gets you in on all 11 wheels. Do the math. I mean, $5 is a cup of coffee, guys, right? You can spare a cup of coffee to enter your favorite wheel, or if you win in on all the wheels, $20 gets you in on all the wheels, guys. And there's no limit as to how many entries. If you specifically want this hot toy and you want to throw five entries, that's $25. You can throw 5 entries onto one wheel if you want. You guys can definitely do that. And if you want details, the details are in the video description below, or you can just message me directly My PayPal information is right there at the bottom of the screen. $5 per wheel or $20 for one chance for all wheels. PayPal.me/the Doc and Dance with your name and contact information and whether you're doing one specific wheel or all the wheels. That's all you have to do. Just leave your email, your name, or your Instagram or Twitter tag, whatever you have, so I can reach you if you happen to be the winner. That's all you have to do, guys. Let's catch up. I'm going to bring the chat overlay up. Back to messages. See here. I'm catching up right here. Geek Strong said $20. Haha, fabulous. I want to run my fingers through his historic hair. Well, if you collecting Star Wars, if you want in on that and you win him, then you could. In the privacy of your own home. He could be your hero. Gary Grails, I'm cutting my review of it tomorrow night. I can't wait, Gary. I really can't. Because just looking, I mean, Captain America, I mean, I have a whole shelf of Captain America stuff. I don't have a whole lot. I have some. I don't have a whole lot. Zombie Cap was my favorite figure of last year. I have a little Diamond Select Captain America statue, little with the shield. The wife got me that last year. That was one of my Christmas gifts. I'm cutting my review. He says, Steve-O. Papa says, why do I feel you're purposely directing it at me? No, I'm not directing it at you. Papa, Steve says hello. He misses you. He wants to cuddle you. Go ahead, Papa. You know you want to take a chance on him. The wife doesn't have to know. Listen, we'll keep it a secret between me and the other 10 people in this chat. How's that? Does that work? Fabulous says 20. Laugh out loud, Rick. I want that. Do you take a $20 IOU? I would love to, but to be fair, we got to. All the monies have to be in. By I would love to say if this was not for charity, if I was doing just a regular giveaway, Dino, I know you're good for it. You're an awesome person, but I have to say, if it was just me doing a giveaway, I would say yes, I would accept an IOU. But this is for Ride for Roswell, so I have to say we can't do an IOU. I'm sorry, bud. Only $20. That's a fabulous deal and a great cause. Yes, because originally we were going to do an 8-hour stream with 8 prize wheels, which I know is completely crazy because if you look at the math of some of the items we're giving away, for example, we're giving away 4 Funko Pops in one box. Now, Funko Pop, a new Funko Pop that's unboxed, you're talking about at least $12, maybe $11 or $12. Multiply that by 4, that's about $44 right there at least, not counting tax. So that's a $44 value for someone who might have dropped a $5 or done a $20. Yeah, it doesn't add up. I wanted to do a giveaway that people would remember because I'm hoping that this is going to be an annual thing. I want people to remember, hey, it's spring, it's April, it's May. Dave does that cancer fundraiser. I want it to be an annual thing. I really want it to make a difference. I mean, this is my second year riding for Roswell. My wife has been doing it for the past 8 years. My mother actually battled skin cancer. It didn't contribute to her death, but it was a lifelong thing that she had to deal with. She had basically extra layers of skin that formed from her nose to her cheek. It really messed her up psychologically. She didn't like going places. She didn't like having pictures taken. She would go to Roswell every couple of years, and they would actually take skin grafts and laser remove the excess skin. My father, when he passed away 2 years ago, my brother called me. We went to the house, and took care of all the arrangements, and we found out while going through some of my dad's paperwork that he was hiding cancer from us. People people think that it's a one-way ticket. They think it's a death sentence. Unfortunately, it's not. You can fight cancer, whether you're 5 years old or 95 years old. You can fight cancer and come back from it. He hid cancer from us. I mean, he had several. He had a couple strokes in his life, a couple heart attacks. He went through the ringer, but we figured that he pretty much gave up. And I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. My wife has lost people in her family due to cancer. That's why we're doing this. I mean, it's trying to get that word out and trying to raise as much as we possibly can to make a difference, because every dollar, you hear me say every nickel, every dime, every dollar makes a difference. It really does. It gets us one step closer. It gets us more information that we didn't know yesterday to hopefully finding cures, because there's skin cancer. Anyone who's a football fan, you probably heard of Jim Kelly of the Buffalo Bills, famous number 12 quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. Past couple of years, he's been battling cancer in his jaw. A good portion of his jaw is completely gone, and he had to have reconstructive surgery, but he still soldiers on. Cancer affects us all, whether we're the picture of health or Joe Average. It hits us all, guys. So that's why I'm doing this. Let's catch up on the chat. I will be. Oh, yes, I will be. Did I miss something? Dino, can I have my spot? Dino, can I have my spot on the hot toy? I have that hot toy. I don't know, Fabulous. Maybe you'll have to make arrangements with someone else who might want that hot toy. I don't know. Geek Strong, I was joking. No, you're fine, man. And Gary, do you want to see mine on camera? Hit me with the link. Yeah, the link's up in the chat. I'll put it back up there. Let me drop it again. Drop it like it's hot. There we go. Let's catch up. $20. That's only 3 gallons of gas, y'all. Yeah, if you're lucky. Gary's Grails. Hello, Gary.
All right. Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me all right?
Yep, we can hear you.
I figured I'd give you guys a real preview of what's at stake.
Let's move you around. We're going to make you big.
No, I'm not going to. Most of the accessories are in the box still, and this is how I have them sitting on my shelf just until I do the full review tomorrow night. But he's a nice, beefy figure. I mean, I don't know if you can get a good shot of the likeness there. And as you said earlier, the Chris Evans, the head sculpt, just unmasked, it's dead on, dude. I mean,
how's the color in person? Does the color look accurate in person?
Yeah, they did a nice job of getting the coloration. Looks like, he's got a little bit of sun, I guess, not a lot, but it's okay. And the hammer is plastic,
I was worried about the blues. Would the blues really look good? Because I didn't know if maybe they kind of like photoshopped some of this.
Yeah, No, I mean, you can't really see it, I guess, but they did a little. There's some battle wear on the chest plate.
Some wearing on it, good.
Yeah, and on his shoulders, on his shoulder pads. The
how does he use the hammer?
Yeah, it's plastic, so it's real lightweight. So that's good.
But it's not too loose. He holds it pretty well.
Yeah, he does hold it pretty well. You can put him in different positions with it. I've just got it like this for now. My only gripe with the whole thing is the shield. I previously had the Age of Ultron cap.
Yeah.
And that had a magnetic back on his back, so you could place it. This one you can't. You've got to take it off, and they've got a plastic hook that hooks onto the handles where he holds it.
Okay.
And that's not, to me, that's just not as cool. They could have put a magnet there. I don't know why they didn't. But the costume itself is it's dead on. It's I can't say enough good things about it, man. I mean, it's just, I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm doing it justice.
Well, yeah, I mean, a magnet would make sense because, I mean, even in the movies, he kind of just puts the shield back there. I figured it was because it's vibranium and it's a magnet that he has on that bracket with the straps that meets together. Right. That's how I figured he did it. So
there he is. I just want to pop in real quick and show that. So I'm going to dip out. I actually got to get up at 5 a.m. for work. So I will see you on Saturday for sure.
Yep.
I got some things to do during the day, but I'll be popping in and out and looking forward to
open stream for anyone.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So, all right, guys. Thanks so much, man.
No, not a problem.
See you.
Speaking of seeing people, we got Rick.
Hey,
Got Mr. Left Coast himself.
how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to next week.
Yeah, what time do you
Kenobi?
start Saturday?
Huh?
What time
10
do you
a.m.
start? 10 a.m. Saturday? What, Eastern? I don't know where you
10 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, 10 a.m. Eastern until 8 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
10 hours. I'm crazy.
pretty much I'm gonna Kenobi is the Friday night before.
Yeah.
So that'll come on midnight left coast time. And I guess it'll end 1:30. I'm gonna do my after show at 1:30, but because how late is that gonna be? I was gonna do it on Saturday at 3:00 my time. But
Okay.
because I didn't real, I might do it at the 1:30 in the morning now. Because even if I get 3 viewers from Australia, it's all good because I'll be all excited
Well,
or pissed off.
that's technically
Kenobi,
Saturday morning, right?
What?
So that's like what?
What?
Well, no. If it what does it airs what like 3:30 my time or 4:30?
Yeah. O'clock. So if it's on at midnight
Well,
here, 3.
I'm off
If you're Eastern,
Saturday, so I don't work Saturday, so I mean I'll wake up. Well, sometimes I'm actually up until 3 or 4 in the morning, so maybe I'll join you.
Yeah. So that's going on Saturday. So I guess StarWars.com is gonna stream 3 or 4 hours a day of the celebrations. So that'll be
Mm-hmm.
Friday and Saturday and Sunday for sure. Maybe even Thursday because that's when it starts. But I think Saturday too is when we'll probably see like a new trailer for a new movie or whatever announcement they haven't announced yet. I bet you we see it on that Saturday. It'd be good for you to, pull that link up kind of thing as it will try and keep you on up to date what announcements get made.
Yeah.
I'll be home because I won't be there, right? So I'll be all over the internet and looking for people wearing my shirts and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean
That's how you get free stuff from me, man. Wear my shirt at a big convention.
Hey, that would have been a lot of promotions for you. Like if you just wear like one of your shirts, you got all your pins on.
Oh, dude!
People ask you, "Hey, where'd you get those pins?"
People last year just because of my shirt or my hoodie. Like they recognize me. I'm kind of funny looking, but usually it's hoodie or my T-shirt that I'm wearing, or my big bag with all my swag.
I'm just catching up here.
Yeah, I put my pants on just before I came. I haven't gone on. Fuck cat hair right now.
Collecting Star Wars, I appreciate that. I mean, it's I'm trying to get that point across to everyone that some people hear the word cancer and they think it's a death sentence. They think, oh, my number, I might as well give up, and it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, so many people, we all know someone who's been affected by it, either a family member, friend of the family. Years ago, before I worked for the company I work for now, I worked at a bowling alley, and there's a group there they call themselves Bowl for a Cure. They do cancer tournaments all the time to raise money for Roswell Park and other cancer centers across the country. So I mean, it's just trying to get the word out and raising what you can, where you can, and bringing awareness. I'm kind of glad what is kind of ending. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The Backstreet Boy reunion tour, as some people like to call it. Because last year they kind of social distanced the ride here on Grand Island and a few other parts around the area, or you could social distance, record your miles, and send it in that way. But they're actually bringing it back to the University of Buffalo this year. It looks like a rock festival. That's kind of how this thing. That's how big this thing is. Like they have corporate teams. Last year they actually raised $5.6 million before the ride itself.
Yeah.
So I mean that's like they get a lot of people in on it. It's pretty crazy. So
we
yeah,
did a few big bike rides like that in BC and Canada,
mhm.
even running, different little things like that, because all inspired really by Terry
there's a
Fox
group.
originally, right?
There's a group that rides all the way from New York City up here. That's an 8-hour car drive.
Yeah.
These
Well,
guys
remember
take an
Terry
entire
Fox? He
week.
ran across Canada, dude, like for like
Yeah,
18
I'm like
months or however it was, and then died,
one
right?
one of the people. One of the guys knows my wife, and we were talking to him at one of the Roswell events, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it'd be a great time." I'm like, talk to me in like 2 or 3 years. Let me lose a few more pounds, and get a little bit faster, and I can keep up with you guys, because they usually go about a good 20 miles on average, 20 miles per hour, 18 miles per hour. You got to keep up that pace consistently.
Yeah.
I'm an asthmatic. That's not going to happen.
Endurance and all
Yeah.
that stuff will come to mind, right? So it's my first time coming on a restream, and I see it's got the blue background instead of white, so right
Yeah,
away it's a little better there, right?
it's a little bit nicer. It's not blinding, right?
And it didn't go to my my iMac camera by default. It went to some camera on my phone for some reason, but I figured it out. It's
I mean,
is
it's
there chat going on.
it's,
I don't see any chat. I see like Gary from 5 minutes ago. Rock on, Gary's
yeah.
the last chat I see. Okay, I'm not. It's just a couple seconds behind, maybe.
Yeah, Gary's saying, "Good night, guys. Thanks for letting me crash for a minute." No, anytime.
So this was
I mean,
$50 US for 1 month, not like a year.
no, for a year it's like 100. It's was like it's. But the thing is, they allow you, because right now we're actually streaming. Let me see if I can pull this up.
No,
We're
I
actually
got you.
streaming.
I think
Like, for
I thought the
example,
StreamYard one was like 100 a
it's
year.
well, it's on par with. Well, there's different levels. Like, okay, right now I'm sharing the screen. This is Twitch, so we're on Twitch, and we're also going on Twitter. Let me see if I can pull it up on Twitter as well. So we're also on Twitter. So we're also on Twitter right now. So Twitter
that's just
and on Twitch.
You could
So
post
you can
that
stream.
link on.
Yeah. So you can stream on YouTube and on Twitter. Like,
Facebook.
I can even stream to Facebook now if I wanted.
Yeah, that's what I see a lot more people doing now. Is they're posting, they're streaming their live stream on Facebook and YouTube, if that's their main audience, right? And then I guess most of the people on Twitch are primarily
Gamers.
Twitchers. Yeah, they're primarily on Twitch, and then they get kicked off and go to YouTube or something like something like that.
Well,
Twitch,
a lot of people
Twitch,
who left Twitch and came to YouTube it had to do with the monetization.
Yes.
And like the partnerships and that kind of stuff. I guess people were getting screwed, like the bigger people. They weren't making the money that they were making because Twitch was taking more and more out of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
Monetization. There's no monetization on Facebook, but there is on Instagram.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure why it works on one and not the other.
Because I mean, Instagram is owned by Facebook, so
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. It's just a different format, right? Like it's literally like you can't post links on Instagram. That's basically the one difference.
Fab is asking, are you doing an OB after show?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do it. I just haven't. I don't know. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do it at 1:30 a.m. or if I'm going to do it the next day at 3 p.m. Just try and get more than 6 viewers.
Looking at that, is if you're trying to get the jump on a lot of people, I guess
it's not that. It's just that it's fresh on me.
Yeah.
And I just thought I'd come up with an idea, because when I'm done watching it, I'm usually watching some other dude stream talking about the Kenobi show, and I'm like, well, I'm new to this. Why not do it? And it was fun.
It's you said it's airing technically. It was like is it Friday night or is it Saturday Saturday morning?
They moved it a day, so it's on Friday at midnight. And
so Thursday, Friday, or Friday, Saturday?
Well, it's only one day, so I guess it would be Saturday at 12:01 a.m. or Friday.
Yeah.
It usually starts early, so I'm going to say Friday at 11:56. You can be watching Kenobi, and it'll go for 2. So whether each episode is,
so I mean, if
it's
if it's something like that,
50.
and I'm awake, I will definitely watch it and join you for an after show if that's what you're going to do.
Oh, for sure. What I've learned over the past few weeks too is, and I want to get you and some other the YouTube guys involved, is we can watch Amazon Prime movies on Twitch and stream it to people.
I mean, like we're watching it on the screen, but we're not showing it on the screen, or you're showing it on the screen.
Anything that's part of your Amazon Prime subscription.
Okay.
As a Twitch on Twitch, because they own Twitch, it's affiliated.
Yeah.
You can stream free Amazon Prime movies on
Twitch
and have your little picture in the bottom. You and me right now could be watching whatever stupid movies on.
Okay.
We can watch Preacher or whatever's on there, right?
Yep.
As long as it's not something you got to add on, like Paramount Plus or
as long as it's part of Amazon's core video package, their core library.
And I've done some research since I heard that. I've looked into it, and yes, if it's a free Amazon Prime content, you can play it, whether it's a movie, a TV show, a documentary, whatever. So we should do that. And give it a shot, like, because I don't really care if I get kicked off of Twitch or nothing. But
we could kind of do it like a Mystery Science Theater style.
For sure.
Yeah, like
I've seen a lot of guys on YouTube do this
really
too.
bad movies and just have some laughs at them. Easter.
I've seen a lot of guys do this on YouTube as well, but they're doing it to movies that are copyright free, like Dawn of the Dead and early black and white, Betty Boop movies, whatever you want to call them. There's hundreds of them out there. They're not all very entertaining, but
no. Easter. Me and my brothers and my sister's house for Easter for the first time in years. We started a new tradition, watching horribly bad movies. Like we watched, was it Velocipaster? Have you ever heard of that?
No, but I watch at least one bad movie a week.
Think of like the whole werewolf concept, but a velociraptor cuts a pastor, a preacher, and like whenever he gets angry, he kind of hulks out. But here's the bad thing: like it's so cheesy. Like you can see, it's like a glove that he's wearing when he's transforming.
Yeah.
It's just really bad acting. It's so bad that you kind of have to watch it. Or there was zombie strippers?
The She-Hulk trailer. I was like, what? I totally thought it looked like Shrek Part 4, but with guest starring the Hulk.
I mean, some of the CGI is very obvious.
It was very bad. It was very made for TV, and
I mean, I hope maybe they'll
budget on the whole series. It looks weird, man.
I would hope that maybe they'll go back and touch it up a little bit.
It's too late. I think it's too late.
Well, the show's not airing yet. I mean, look.
No, I know, but it's next. Like it's this spring after Miss Marvel, isn't it? Or even before Christmas?
Well, I mean, it's Disney. I'm sure they got the money to make it happen. I mean, let's be honest.
I hope so.
I mean, look at what they did with the first Sonic when they teased the first trailer, how horrible he looked, and then went back and actually fixed them.
I was eyeing Sonic on Netflix the other night because I think I heard you say it's actually not that bad, and I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, there's zero chance I'm watching frickin'
I mean, it's one, I watched it for free when I watched it. I waited for it to be on Amazon.
Well, I think it's on my Netflix, or maybe it's on Amazon. It's on
it actually wasn't bad, and Jim Carrey's very enjoyable as Robotnik. Actually,
like I'm completely flabbergasted they actually made a part 2 to it.
Well, that and the fact that Jim Carrey came back for part 2,
$48 in theater profit, and made a part 2, and I'm like, what? Am I missing something?
Well, I mean, Jim Carrey came back for a sequel. He really does not do sequels. The only sequel he's ever done was what? Ace Ventura?
Well, he'll do anything for $10 million, or like same with Johnny Depp. Like,
well, he didn't
$10
do
million, $20 million. Yeah, I'll do that movie.
he
Absolutely.
didn't do he didn't do a second Mask. He said no to
But
that.
nobody offered him $10 million.
But yeah,
I guarantee you they didn't offer him $10 million to be a Mask
G4
sequel,
says
or the
bedtime for
Dumb and
this old
Dumber,
man.
or the Dumb and Dumber sequel. I bet you they didn't offer him $10 million for that either.
No, I mean
If they did, it would have been $100 million making movie. I guarantee it.
But
Did you pre-order anything today?
no, I honestly I don't pre-order because almost every time I pre-order it gets canceled.
Who do you pre-order from that they can't?
Like I pre-ordered from Walmart. I've done it, and I've had it done to Target. Target's done it to me. Like very rarely will I pre-order. Like one time I pre-ordered something from Entertainment Earth, and they kept pushing it back a month after month after month, and I finally said screw it. And that was NECA Doc Brown from 1955. They kept pushing him back.
Oh, that was from NECA?
And then yeah,
I've never ordered anything from NECA. So,
well, I've ordered
Big Bad Toy Store back in the day, or pre-ordered something, and I think a year went by and I never got it, and I just canceled it, and I haven't used them.
I mean,
since.
I've pre-ordered from NECA directly before, and it came without issues, but it just seems like some of the third parties are a little,
Yeah,
but,
I can't do it unless it's free shipping, like I can get from Amazon. And
but like now, I mean, do I want to wait a year to a year and a half for something?
And then EB Games, because or GameStop Canada, because I don't have to pay to pre-order from them, and I get a 10% discount. So it's actually the cheapest place for me to buy my toys is GameStop because of the loyalty card. You pay $10 a year, you get a 10% discount on everything you buy.
See, so I wish they would do that here. I just get a $5 coupon. That's all I get.
And I today I pre-ordered from them that Sentinel, that retro Sentinel, and the Saw Gerrera Black series, just because that's the only one from that movie I don't have, so I might as well just get it. And
this bad boy right here?
Yeah, just whatever. I have 30 of those Marvel retros now. Like, I absolutely love them.
Well, I like that they're giving you some accessories here at least.
But I'm actually surprised at this because I was just planning to use this with my retros. This was the first Marvel Legends one they made, right?
Yeah.
So this has the 6-inch Wolverine, but it's way bigger when you put a 3-inch figure by it, right? Like, yeah. But now that they're making this one, this new Sentinel is $35 Canadian.
Jeez. Yeah, the GameStop, or not price. GameStop, but Entertainment Earth here in the States, they're charging $24.99 for him.
Yeah, it's the same price as a 6-inch figure here. Yeah. Which everyone keeps saying it's 8 inches. I watched the stream. I didn't hear them say how many.
There's no way he's 8 inches.
I'm pretty sure it's 6 inches. And it's going to be the same size retro card back, because they're not going to make new dies and new molds for packaging just for one item. So I'm pretty sure it's 6 or 7 inches.
I mean, looking at that card back, I mean, he looks, doesn't look that big. It would be a lot
bigger if it was 8 inches. The card back would.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. It looks pretty cool.
But I mean, given that you get that damage head, the energy blast, and the little robotic tentacle that comes out of his arm. I mean,
I just like that it's retro and 5 POA. Like, if it wasn't 5 POA, I wouldn't pre-order. It would not. It works because it's 5 POA. It just works. It should be a $20 toy, but it's not. It's what, 25 US?
Like, here's my argument when it comes to $100 for, well, that's a whole case. But still, I mean, you figure, well, you got 7 figures there. it's just you're almost at a hot toy with that.
Yeah, it's
I
a couple bucks
I can't
short
do
of
it.
$300 Canadian for a wave of Marvel Legends. It's too much. I want Korg. Korg's the best character in the MCU, but I'm not paying $300 for Korg.
Because my name's Korg. I'm in the rocks. I mean,
Taika Waititi is the greatest actor in the MCU as well. Like he's fantastic.
He's hilarious. I mean, he can direct, he can act, and I mean,
Yeah.
he's funny in just about everything. And it's funny because he was just the sidekick to Ryan Reynolds in Green Lantern.
He was, and he is one of my favorite people in the MCU because of what he makes and writes and directs, and the Korg character. Like the Thor
let's be
Ragnarok
honest.
is, I think, the best MCU movie.
Thor Ragnarok was probably the best. And I'm probably going to get some shade thrown at me. That was probably the best or most well received Thor movie. The first one was good.
A lot of people even hate it, but I love it because Hulk's in
it. I think it's hilarious. I think it was that comedy that we needed because look at some of the lines, like when he sees Hulk. Yes, I know him from work. Or Stan Lee as the barber. I mean, they had some of the best scenes there.
Cheers, G-Force.
But I mean,
yeah, I saw a couple of these at my GameStop today. I saw Bro Thor kind of thing.
I haven't seen any of these.
That Thor is ugly as F.
I'm not crazy about this Thor. Now, if the helmet came off, I could be open to that.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Yeah, I just think with the whole helmet like that, I think it's kind of a cheat.
But after we see the movie, we'll probably love this figure, and we won't be able to find it because it came out a couple months too early.
I mean, we'll see what happens because hey, they gave her an alternate head. Give him an alternate head.
Yeah, she's got big biceps. She's jacked, eh? She's like,
yeah, she is.
I think she's wearing a rubber suit in the movie. Everyone thinks she's actually that big. No, I think she put on a rubber suit.
She's that big,
like Fat Thor did, because it looks real, but it's just a silicone suit. It's not rocket science.
Now I don't know, like the way that they had the joints, like arm, it just looks a little.
It doesn't work for females. I don't know. It's got to blend a little more.
But that's a pretty good sculpt for her, though.
Yeah, the weave, the dreads look pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thor just he looks like good. He looks like an '80s wrestler. Like him and Korg could be like a wrestling tag team. It's like, hey, he got this from Shawn Michaels' closet or something. That's what it kind of looks like.
Well, it's actually a Ravager jacket that he's ripped the sleeves off.
Yeah.
And maybe he added some. Maybe he bedazzled it a little bit.
You know what this kind of reminds me of, though?
A Left Coast T-shirt.
Well, could be. I was thinking Big Trouble in Little China. Kurt Russell with his T-shirt, in the jeans, because I'm getting a Big Trouble in Little China vibe right there.
I cracked open a couple of these guys today.
Oh, Boba.
These guys
is that throne rooms, Boba?
This is the retros.
Okay.
This is all the only toy I care about now is these guys.
Well, Salacious threw in that vintage collection.
I don't like those. They're crap. They're just I don't like them. They're too much money, man. These are $3 cheaper, and I love them. It should be $10 cheaper, but they're not. Yeah, these are $19 in Canada.
I believe it.
$10.99 or $11.99 in the States. But yeah, they're $18 for the vintage collection too, and I just like these that much better.
Yeah, he's donating a full box of the Lobot wave.
Yeah. No, they look good, and I still love them for what they are. they're trying to tug on my heartstrings, but they're not going to do it at $20 a pop. Especially when these Black Series used to be $20 a pop. Now this guy, what do you think I paid for him?
29.
I paid.
I see the price tag there.
I paid 2 cents, dude.
Nice.
And I bought two of them.
That's why I haven't bought any Black Series. Like the last Black Series I bought was
look how much they were asking for it, dude. It was $40.
Oh, God.
That's how much these cost in Canada now. That's why I can't collect them all. I can't.
Well, last weekend, the wife and I had to drive to Michigan for her great aunt's memorial. So we were able to cut through Canada, of course. Yeah. We're not stupid. But that Arrive Can app can really suck turds. I mean, it's like we were told that like, oh, they had this app, you have to check in and everything and do this, but they didn't check us at the border. They didn't ask us to scan anything. They didn't ask to see anything. They just wanted to see our IDs, and that's it. Just the usual stuff.
Okay.
And we get back. This happened both ways because we drove back and forth in the same day. So we did a lot of driving.
You're wearing a mask and you're covering your eyes.
No, we weren't wearing masks or anything. And the border people were perfectly fine. So it's like it begs the question: why even do the app? But we still did it just in case anything happened, so we can notify the Canadian government if we got sick. We didn't, so we're good. But yeah, we drove back and forth in one day, so from New York to Michigan and then back again. We were a bit tired, but the wife was like, "Oh, do you want to stop at any stores? Do you want to stop at Toys R Us?" I'm like, "No, I'm like, no." It's because one, I kind of have to save a few bucks for everything that I'm going to be shipping after the stream, and in June I'm going to New York City, so I'm going to need some money for that. But I was like, no, because one, I've seen that how expensive it is at Toys R Us. I'm like, would I love to just go in there and walk around and look at everything? Yeah, it'd be cool to walk into a toy store again. But
that's why I don't go there. There's one about 20 minutes away from me, but I mean,
yeah,
it's so expensive. I know I'm going to go there and I'm either going to spend $50 on one action figure, or I'm going to be pissed off because I'm not spending $50 on one action figure. So I don't go there anymore, man. I don't think they're going to last.
Remember when you could get a couple, like you could get maybe 2 or 3 figures for that much?
Dude, I remember when they were $1. And here they are. Now they're $10. But I remember when they were $1. Then I even remember $1.99.
I remember G.I. Joe's being like $3 and some odd cents, like maybe around $4 way back then, in the day.
$3.99, G.I. like 85, 86, 87. Yeah, for sure. But
look how much they are now.
Yeah, $20. Look at the Super 7s. Those are like $25 here. The Super 7 retros, but they're great figures. Like I really like them. Like I'm a huge supporter of their reaction line. I like them a lot. I think they're just. I'd rather spend $20 on, a cheapy looking retro figure.
$25 for G.I. Joe series.
I'd rather have a little green army man, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I didn't love the Joes when I was a kid.
I mean, I had 1 or 2 G.I. Joes when I was a kid.
There you go.
That's all I had. I had those, and we were poor.
Lots of those.
We didn't have much,
They had, what else? They had little Cowboys and Indians ones. They had fake Marvel ones. Like I'm sure they had real Marvel ones. I don't really remember them.
I always, I always liked playing with. I liked the parachute guys.
Prawn toys and little Battlestar Galactica figures and.
Do you remember Do you remember the parachute guys?
Yeah.
The army men with the parachutes. I used to love those.
I would probably buy those weekly. Like I think they had really cheapy ones at the store, right? That came with gum or something like.
Found some new ones for the dude, new McFarlane's.
Yeah, he's look all right. And Todd McFarlane wasn't clear. He's like, they come with an exclusive comic book, not available anywhere else. But he didn't say all 4 come with the same damn comic book. They all have the same damn cover.
Oh, the smaller figures, but these got some new. I mean,
No,
it's about time they did some.
Those ones come with a comic as well. They're in a
Oh,
box
these
with
do
a
too.
comic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about time we get a Constantine, though.
Is there more than 38 people in the world that would buy that? Like, I don't. I guess I'm out of it if there is. These, I think, are absolutely garbage. These are not even this good. They're not even 375. They're 3. So, like 2/3 of
It's
this
like
size.
it's like he has an aversion to certain skills.
It is. He's butchering action figure collectors because he's now created 2 new scales in the 5-inch retro Batmans that he's got.
Super 7
like
Transformers.
5.5-inch.
Super 7 Transformers.
Those are the stupidest things I've ever seen because they don't transform.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that you get all these accessories and you could do that one scene in the one episode, and but if they can't transform,
why is there a person that works for the Transformers brand that would approve any company making a toy with a Transformer logo and characters that doesn't transform? If I was a mother and bought this for a kid, I'd return it.
Well, one, how many kids are really going to know these?
It's a statue ore. It's not a Transformer ore. I like the retro colors, and I understand what they're doing, but
yeah,
the guys that already own 4,800 G1 Transformers they're not the customers that are going to buy these. I just don't think they are. Like,
hey, Maria,
the market is they're trying to reach. I don't see the market for those because they peg warm at my Walmart, like the Hasbro versions, the red, which is the same thing. So now, not only is Hasbro making them, they're letting 2 other companies make the same thing. So Hasbro's making a kill off licensing it, but I just don't see how someone like Super 7 is making a profit off making things like this, because I guarantee you they're not selling 10,000 of them. And you want to make 10,000 of something to get a decent run on.
I'm a Transformers fan, but I got out of it. But I still have a few Transformers right now. But this does not entice me. This doesn't bring me back. This pushes me away still.
Well, I'll tell you what. If they take that exact same design and limited articulation on those, and they make them the Reaction 375, they would be kick-ass.
Yeah.
But instead, they made stupid human-looking Reaction Transformers that look like complete garbage. That's not what they look like. They've made them look like a different character with long legs and human arms. But if they made them look like the robots in the cartoon that they're trying to do here with Super 7 and with those Transformers red,
all they
even
did was
now, the
more
actual
repaints.
Transforming toys, they look great. They look like the retro cartoon colors.
$60 for him, and all this really is just kind of a retro repaint.
Yeah, that's $100 in Canada.
But I mean, I'm not going to pay. Like you said, it's $100 for you. It's $60 for me. I'm like, no. I'm just. It doesn't pull me. Maria, how's your night going? I saw Maria earlier. She was on with Orville Nation, doing some reviews of season 2 of Orville.
Oh, your chat's coming from the top, isn't it?
Yeah, there's an overlay. I can turn the overlay on or off.
Fuck, I'm like reading the bottom. I'm like, I've already seen that. Well, how is it new?
Yeah, it's weird. The one panel that I'm seeing goes down, and then the one on the screen overlay, so everyone can see the chat, goes up.
Did you do that on purpose?
Huh? Well, I can take the overlay off.
No, but did you make the overlay go counterclockwise?
No, that's just something that they automatically do.
Oh, I wonder why. Just it took
Who
me
knows?
how long? An
They'll
hour
probably
to
have
figure that out.
Motormaster $89.99. That's like what, about $180 for you then?
Oh well, it's realistically it's $100 Canadian, but that's not how our markups work. They mark it up instead of marking it up to 22%, which it is difference. They mark it up like 40%.
I
It's
mean,
weird.
I
Canada
don't
doesn't
think
have
he
the same
looks.
buying power, so they buy from the U.S. So they have to buy this stuff in U.S. dollars, and they lose out on that conversion.
I mean,
So
I get
that's
that
why a lot of stuff costs more here.
he's a core
So,
figure for a combiner, but this does not make me want to buy him.
no, me either. It's the same with Australia because Australia doesn't have their own Australian toy distributors. They have to buy from toy distributors in the US or UK or China or whatever, and they have to pay that in the US dollars, and that you lose right away when you have to pay in the US dollars, right?
Yeah.
Canada's Toys R Us, same thing. They buy all their shit from the US, so they're getting no break.
So Maria, are you going to torture me on the stream tomorrow? I was on Salacious Rum's stream about a week and almost 2 weeks ago. He put me through a big grueling process there.
Yeah, he
Let's see
puts
what kind
everyone
of
through the
questions
ringer.
Maria has for me tomorrow.
I think she's gonna take it easy on you.
Like, okay, I don't get why they make Soundwave into some kind of freaky looking spacecraft.
Is that well? It's not a remake of an actual toy, or no?
No, that's yeah, it's like another reissue of one they already previously done.
Okay, I have.
Hey, Yukon Phil.
I got a couple. I don't think this is the same one though. I got a couple of reissues from the Walmart.
Oh, that's the G1 reissues.
Yeah,
That's
I got
nice.
this one and Optimus and a bunch of those little Autobots. I don't
Yeah,
love them. I just love the package. Like I totally remember this package when I was
yeah.
a kid.
I had Hot
And
Rod.
I had this. Yeah,
I had
Hot
the Hot
Rod
Rod, but that's about it.
sat around for a while here. And then I got the Ghostbusters one. And I still want to get the DeLorean one. I haven't got the DeLorean one yet. I was too cheap because they were like $50.
Ectotron.
Yeah, he looks good. They just
Well, I
need to
have
make an
him.
18 now.
I got him, but then I also got a sticker set from Toy Hacks
Oh, nice.
to make him look even better. But you might like this if I can grab it. When Ghostbusters Afterlife was supposed to come out, they did a reissue of him, but they kind of changed up his color scheme in a few different pieces.
Oh, okay.
So there's a rusted version of him with the comic book still sealed.
What was
Him,
that?
I'm not opening.
Was that like a GameStop as well, or just a convention version?
Target.
It was a Target version. Okay.
Yep.
But we might have had him at Toys R Us. I don't go there enough to look.
But yeah, I mean, he's pretty cool. But you know what? Honestly, Gigabyte, which was the or Gigawatt was the Back to the Future one. He's a bit
DeLorean one.
small.
Yeah. Is it not
He was a little underwhelming a little bit, and plus it's easy to lose the parts because he comes with the hook for the lightning bolt, and
Oh,
he
okay.
comes with the his gun. Also, you take Mr. Fusion and put it on it. That's the easy piece to lose.
Okay. That's the
But
one thing
fortunately, I
about
still have it.
Transformers is they've always been out of whack with their own scale. But if they would have separated it into like two different scale toy lines, it might have made sense. But the way they did it, none of them scaled to nobody like Bumblebee.
Hold on one second.
Like I would think that DeLorean should be the same scale as the Ecto car, and Optimus, and every other car.
So I have Hot Rod here, right?
Oh, nice.
From the 86 series. Now let's put him with Ectotron. They're on scale, I'd say.
Well, scale enough that I'm not going to notice.
He's a
But I mean,
59 caddy.
when they're in vehicle mode,
Yeah.
like their wheels should be the same distance apart, and
Now take a look at
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
Gigawatt and Hot Rod.
Yeah, that looks more to scale with each other.
But he's really chunky. Like you really can't, like his head, you can barely see his head.
Yeah.
They really should have done something like where his head would stick out more. He looks more like a turtle.
Should have white hair, dark brown hair.
I mean, that would be pretty cool if they did that. I mean,
or Marty McFly's
like
neon hat.
They gave him kind of the bug eyes.
Oh yeah, that's it.
There's a. Let me see if I can pull it up. What the design they really should have done was. Let me see if I can pull it up. I used to have a shirt, and I gave it to my brother years ago. It was like a Loot Crate exclusive. They call it like a Martimus Prime or something like that. Let's see if I can find that.
Well, with Gigawatt on it?
Oh, it was like they came up, like someone came up with their own little version of, here it is.
Oh, before Hasbro did.
Let's see if I can blow this up.
Actually, I have a bunch of pieces of artwork that
something like that would have been awesome.
Actually, let me see if I can find this.
Tell me this wouldn't have been awesome.
The robot actually just looks like an airplane that they just colored differently. That's
yeah.
I'm calling that one out right now.
Like how they have the wheels, or that's the plutonium chamber, the exhaust port.
That's just Starscream, isn't it? With wheels on his arms. Like I don't know all the characters' names, but
it looks like it's kind of like Optimus with the crotch area right there. You know,
it's somebody.
But I thought it was a pretty cool thing back in the day.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
Oh, early 2000s, maybe.
Okay, here I found what I want to show you here. All right, let me see if I can figure out how to share.
Hasbro should have released the Walmart Soundwave, yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
Rolando says, never had Transformers, but a friend had some, and I got to play with them. I had a couple.
Isn't that the one I have? That he just said they should release? Isn't that what I got?
He said Hasbro should have re-released it.
Didn't the Walmart. This is a re-release here, isn't it? Does he mean?
Well, no. What he was saying, like they should have, like, when they re-released it, they should have sold it through Hasbro, but it was a straight Walmart because of getting it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I guess Walmart's a big distributor, right?
There we go.
So yeah, I found these maybe a year on here. It's 2014. So here, we need this. Make this right now.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
like, come on.
These would sell. But of course, they got to get the rights in order to do it.
And then here's one. He's got a little hoverboard.
That looks, yeah.
And he's got the white wall, so he's got the Back to the Future 3 version. And there's the Ecto 1 version. It's great artwork. It reminded me of this exact
General Lee
little album. And then in General Lee, we'll never see that, but it would be great to see.
Starsky and Hutch.
Cool looking robot. And you could have, like, chrome, because there's not a lot of vintage cars.
That's That's good.
And
That's
vintage
really
cars
sick.
have lots of chrome on them.
I would love the
this would be good.
Batmobile.
It could happen. I bet you it could happen.
I mean, how cool is that though, man? And Herbie, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen someone do a custom of this. This is beautiful.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could probably do that with the Bumblebee and just.
Yeah, that's what I've seen people do. And Kit. Blue Harvest would love this guy.
Well, I would love that. I kind of want to get the Playmobil when it comes out, the Knight Rider.
I could see this happening too. I can see a lot of these happening. Like Hasbro gets into a lot of license.
Well, I mean, Scooby Doo's crossed over with everything. They even crossed over with Supernatural.
Oh, for sure.
Turtle
they're
Van,
doing
definitely.
well, now there's an actual show made by the people who make Riverdale, the Archie show, and whatever, all those stupid teeny bopper made in Vancouver movies.
Yeah.
And one that's based on Scooby Doo.
I heard that there was an adult animated series, but I didn't know that they were doing a live action.
It's going to be a teeny bopper or whatever you want to call it, Riverdale series on, the W network or whatever network.
I like that one too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They can do all the Batmobiles. That's where I
definitely.
think we might see it happen is if they make some kind of deal with Warner Brothers. And Speed Racer.
I mean,
style.
I could Speed Racer, Mach 5.
These I bet you all exist. If we were to Google, we could probably find these exist from some third-party maker in Asia. And I'm surprised there's no monster truck Transformers. Like, they don't have to pay any license to do that.
Bigfoot would be awesome. I remember seeing the actual Bigfoot, the original one, when I was a kid at a car show.
Yeah, same here. And Hot Wheels has a line with 95 different Bigfoots and monster trucks.
And where was this on T? Was this T Public or?
I don't really remember, man. This was even before I was on T Public.
Well, no, because I've seen some of those shirts on T Public. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, maybe, but people just steal artwork all the time, right?
Yeah.
T Public does not know where the artwork comes from. It's the artist who. Teespring is worse for stealing artwork.
The group I'm a part of, the Ghostbuster group I'm a part of, we've had our designs stolen before by other groups.
Dude, there's people that sell my art right now on every platform and make money off my artwork, and there's nothing I can do about it. But yeah, 18 van would be my most wanted out of this little collage here.
I mean, the Batmobiles probably are my that and the A-Team are probably my favorites out of this one.
Yeah, maybe A-Team, and then I gotta say Herbie the Love Bug.
Well, I know a lot of people who would love that. And
I like vehicle mode. Like, I like the vehicles, so I'd probably like you. I know a lot of guys like the robot mode. But like mine, I never took them out of the box because they're in vehicle mode, and I just like them in vehicle mode. Do I have any others? I don't. I only have a select few.
Well, what I used to do was when I was working at the in the office, which I'm going back to now, I would actually take a couple Transformers with me, because when I would stress out on calls, I would actually transform the vehicles from robot mode to vehicle mode back and forth.
Perfect.
As a stress reliever.
I'm gonna try and save this box. It's been stored flat for many years, but it's not. I'm not restoring it, but storing it flat.
What's that? Oh, geez.
A General Lee box.
I used to watch that so much as a kid.
Oh, for sure, man. Part of our childhood. Gilligan's Island.
Definitely.
G-Force, like Battle of Planets, was another one I watched on a daily basis. Flintstones.
Well, that's when cartoons and shows were really. I still watch MASH.
MASH was great.
If it's on TV, I will still watch it, even though I've seen it 1,000 times.
I will always remember the season finale of MASH.
Oh, the series? You mean the series finale?
Yeah, like it was called Goodbye, Farewell, See You Later, Arrivederci, whatever it was called. I'll always remember that. As a kid,
and I'm surprised he's still alive.
But I remember watching that on TV and everyone crying because everyone was going home. Shit, that was like 1979 or something. I don't know. It's 1982. I don't know.
Yeah, I was a baby in that year because I was born in '78. So
I was born in '71.
I'll be 44 this year. Well, like I was saying, like with Transformers, I would keep a few at my desk at work, and when I was stressed out over some of the customers, I would transform them as a stress reliever.
Oh, here we go. I put right on this album. Where'd you get the pictures, Rick? I didn't promise. So I literally put the artist's name on the album. Let's see if he's got any new ones up. Darren Rawlings.
That sounds like I should know that name for some reason.
Let's see. Gallery.
See, I'm trying to get this.
Little heroes. Oh, here we go. If they could, 18 of them.
Nice. I saw. I'm a Doctor Who fan, and I've seen people do Doctor Who Transformers.
What is this? Like Johnny Beneducci, or what show is the Pacer in?
You're talking about the Partridge Family.
Is that what this Gremlin's from, or this Pacer?
No.
What is this from? It's from something.
I don't see the Pacer you're talking about. Partridge Family was the bus. No.
Oh, shit. I thought I was sharing that.
Bonaducci was the Partridge bus. You're thinking of Wayne's World, I think. If I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Blue Pacer?
Yeah, I got it up there now if you want to see it. I'm trying to show if you can see it.
There we go.
Is that Wayne's World then?
Yeah, that's Wayne's World. With the flames?
That's hilarious. Freaking Wayne's World. Hilarious. Yeah, so this guy's on Deviant Art. A-Team, DeLorean, Kid.
Oh, by the way, here's your scale. If I can pull it up just right. No, that's not what I wanted.
Oh, look at that. The Mad Max.
Oh, the Interceptor.
Yeah, look at that.
So here's your scale. Hot Rod with Ecto 1. I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, Ecto 1 is a Shimo. But yeah, they're not the same scale. Like, look at the wheelbase. How far apart the wheels are. They should be literally
the wheels are much bigger on him.
They do it for a reason.
The wheels are pretty close. Wheels are pretty close on the DeLorean in him.
Got another one here, Black Beauty.
Let me pull that up.
I think that's Green Hornet, right?
Oh, jeez. The Green Hornet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I saw that one. Yeah, this guy does great stuff. Oh, we got a motorcycle.
Oh,
Sotora.
Akira.
I've always liked this just because it had like random stickers on it, kind of like we did as kids. Like I've always thought that was cool.
That would be a cool one to have. See, I wish Bandai could get some of these licenses because Bandai does like all the Gundam kits. I mean, here's
Yeah, Bandai would do great with these. They just have to learn how to transform shit.
And these are basically posable, which I love about these.
Yeah,
they're snap together kits.
That's when you build, right?
Yeah, this is one of the Gundam kits I built. And I mean, all these pieces, you basically build the endoskeleton first, and then all these parts go on here. I mean, you can see they are fully posable like the figure.
The engineering on model kits nowadays is insane.
I have Star Wars of those too.
Well, yeah, I built this. This took me like, I did a live stream, and I think it was like 4 hours or something stupid, man. Like, they could have made this in 3 pieces, but no, it was like 400 pieces, and I had to put it together. And it was so hard because it was all black. But I mean, the detailing on the different paints,
you see that right there?
The screws, they can inject like vac metal, black and gray and blue, all in the same sprue now, and that's amazing.
I mean, look at that R2.
Yeah, they're fantastic work.
I mean,
and the engineering involved in these is Transformer level. Like and they did those Transformers in the 70s.
I mean, R2 moves.
Yeah, the droids are great. I like them.
I have a Boba Fett too.
I've got
they've done Vader, they've done Boba,
a speeder bike and biker scout.
I haven't seen those. Like, I want to get one because my dad had years ago. My dad got me into models, and he got like the original as an AMT, I think was the model company.
Yeah,
or Revell,
which is like grade 1 level.
Yeah,
plastic
like
toys compared
to
what these
Scout Trooper and bike was like this big.
Yeah, I have that one. It's a good model kit.
Well, this is what he did. I wish I still had it, and I want to get it again so I can recreate it. He took the white Scout Trooper. He made all the white red.
Okay.
And this was when Jedi first came out, and like it blew my mind. I didn't know that like you could just do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I mean, people really weren't doing it all that much back then. Of course, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have half the stuff we have nowadays.
If they were buying like a 1978 Barracuda model kit, they were painting it whatever color they wanted. Like, people weren't buying like the Batmobile and the Scooby-Doo van and the 18 van model kits. There wasn't really a lot of licensed model kits. They were van, car, Corvette. They were brands of cars, right?
I mean, the
technology was from like the 50s. How they made those.
The only sci-fi stuff we had was pretty much Star Wars
and Star Trek.
And then we had like all the military vehicles. So if you wanted the Tomcat from Top Gun, well, you bought the actual plane and you try to modify it yourself.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was awesome back then. I mean, that's pretty much I kind of like with the Gundam kits. That kind of got me back into it because I started to do it as therapy because when I was a kid, I had hand and eye coordination issues. So Legos and model kits, it helps with your dexterity, your hand and eye coordination. So, it's it brings back good memories. Makes me remember, think of stuff, some of the crazy stuff my dad taught me when I was a kid, because we used to do model trains all the time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I had
I
HO
still
and
have
he
a
had N
box.
scale.
I still got a box downstairs of all my half complete model kits, and some of these go back to in the 80s.
Probably.
Half painted, half glued together. I pull them out every couple of years. I'm like, I should revisit these.
Yeah, I was terrible back then. I just had globs of glue holding the engine together practically.
Yeah, I was pretty good. Like, if I didn't feel confident with it, I just waited. I'm like, one day I'll be able to do this properly. So I
Yep.
didn't ever complete it.
My dad, even after he had his strokes, he still did his model kits because it calmed him, it relaxed him, it gave him something to do because he was already retired too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but even like he had issues because of his stroke, but he was still able to paint them like you wouldn't believe. So, but yeah. But so you said you're planning to stop through Saturday?
Oh, definitely, buddy. And I'll donate a little prize box too. So a second prize winner for one of your wheels or something. We'll just
Well, I plan to do like I have some Lego
some
kits and some other stuff that I'm going to be giving away like as intermittent prizes throughout the stream. So
yeah, we'll do something. We'll
Yep.
try and get people to throw some money your way, and I'll
Yep.
throw them a box of pins. We'll make it worth their while.
And because I go back to work next week, as soon as I'm done Friday tomorrow, I get to tear apart and remove my work computer. And this will be a makeshift workstation for Mrs. Dimension because she will be co-piloting the stream.
Oh, she's gonna help you Saturday. Cool.
Oh well, she's gonna try. She's never done YouTube, so I tried to give her a little crash course in this in Restream, because I think Restream is pretty intuitive, but yeah, it can be costly. Just about all those. StreamYard is, I mean, there is a slightly cheaper version of this for monthly.
I figured there might be,
but I wanted to stream in full. I wanted it to be high definition.
No, I hear you.
And
I've looked into it. Like when I do my live streams right now on the free StreamYard, it's not HD. But if I was to do it through, eCam or app on my iPhone, and through StreamYard, I can do it HD. It's weird. There's lots of workarounds for a lot of the stuff. But when I do my live streams, I would prefer that people see, how shiny when it's 320. It's all different, but.
Well, also, I mean, like, YouTube buffers the hell out of the videos no matter how much we try and polish them on our screen. By the time they get uploaded, they just look distorted and blurry as hell anyways.
They want it all to be HD. They want everything on their channel to be HD. So if anything, they might even try to res it up a little on their end.
Well, it's just like a lot of people I know, I've learned a lot, like when it comes to like, okay, if someone wants me to send a video, I will try and send a video through text messaging than through Facebook or something, because it compresses the hell out of the video.
Yeah, Facebook, sending digital files through like a photograph or a video through Facebook is not the best.
Hey, Vern.
It does compress it. Hey, Vern. Email is always good. If it's really big, you Dropbox it or Google Drive it or whatever.
I mean, Dropbox seems to be the way to go, especially for the larger files, because, I mean, you get like a cutoff at just like a handful of megabytes as an attachment. So it seems like
for emails,
yeah.
I use Gmail, so anything that's over 25 megabytes, it links it to a Google Drive, which is all free and everything, right?
I think up to a certain point, storage wise, I think.
When I upload artwork or Gentle Giant gives me artwork, they got their own file sharing. It could be Dropbox, could be someone else, but they got their own secure, way of sharing shit. Mm-hmm. And I was hoping Gentle Giant, because I knew they were announcing today what their next, exclusive was for Celebration, and it wasn't one of the ones I designed. So I'm like, come on, man. It's almost a year now that I've been waiting to them to reveal. So I'm kind of whatever. I'll probably get one sent to me before they reveal it, which is okay too.
Yeah. I had a
I
fun
thought
time.
I would have had something to brag about at Celebration, and now I'm kind of not glad I'm not going, but I'm not missing out on that.
You kind of like this. You don't have the stress, so you're kind of glad that you don't have that stress. Kind of. Is that it?
In a way, like if they did announce it, hey, I helped design this, and then we come down and I don't even have to tell people; they'll know, right? Like it's in a way, I'm kind of glad because I'm not there. And it's the same with the stupid art contest. I entered to be one of the artists in the art 2 years ago, and I made it to the next. I made it, and then I canceled Celebration. They rescheduled it to next week, and they had everyone resubmit to enter the art show.
Mm-hmm.
And I resubmitted the exact same artwork. I didn't make it this time.
Well,
which is weird because they selected a lot of the same people who were there last time, which they usually don't do.
Yeah, Vern is saying the San Diego Con is in July. General Giant is there.
Yeah, Vern will be there.
But last year,
maybe I'll go to that, Vern. If they say, Rick, we will give you a ticket to come into San Diego Comic Con to sign your exclusive toy that you sign, I would go. The only reason I would never go to San Diego Comic Con is to deal with the lineup to get into it.
I can imagine blocks upon blocks away. But last year, the event I did at the Firehouse, because last year the Buffalo Ghostbusters, we organized a GoFundMe for the Firehouse to get a Ghostbusters sign made for them because they had half of the original Ghostbusters 2 sign, but it was falling apart. Like literally, they had tape holding it together. So we did a GoFundMe, and because Afterlife was coming out or supposed to come out, we kind of had like a big event, tons of people there, and with Sony, they got different artists to design T-shirts, including this one, made by Badadochi Studios. And what was cool was they actually gave us shirts, and I actually got to do a review of this. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I love the art on this. I mean, it's amazing what you artists, like how you come up with these concepts. Still blows me the hell away.
That's fantastic art.
I mean, like your pins, and I mean, you don't, like I've told people before, it's not just your pins. I mean, you make the boxes that are an awesome display piece to either hold the pin in or just to kind of like the pin, set it, leaning against the box, and you got the box there with the vintage, that kind of vintage theme. And it's just because, I mean, as someone who grew up remembering the packaging of some of the toys out there, I mean,
yeah, I need to come up with something better now.
Because don't you have like the card back for some of the pins?
Something else. I needed something else now. I just feel it's that time. Every year I come up with something kind of new and original.
What about like because I mean you've done some of the vehicles. Would you do maybe lightsabers, like your own takes on some lightsabers, or your own take of some of the lightsabers that they've had in the past?
I even mean kind of not like a patch or pin or a shirt, like just something, a different kind of product. Not solely more income, but potentially to make more income, since my only income now is my artwork, right? And it doesn't pay for Lamborghinis and penthouses. It pays for craft dinner and running shoes.
Oh, what about like your own version of a card back, maybe for people who have loose figures? Yeah,
I've got a few things. A a resealable clamshell collector-friendly package. They kind of already exist, so I can't.
Yeah, because I mean, I've seen some stuff
Can't
on Etsy.
trademark them. I can't put a patent on it unless I come up with something really extreme about them. But kind of like Star Wars had when they first released the vintage collection, they came in a collector-friendly resealable clamshell, much like Gentle Giant Jumbos do. You can pop it open, you can pull out the figure and the cardboard, and you can put it back in. If Hasbro is going to get rid of, bubbles, it might be a good market for.
I could see it being a really good market,
collector-friendly option.
Well,
so we'll see. I've also always wanted to make toys like all these guys are doing, like the Stan Solo and the Smith Lords and those guys. I've designed so many of them. I just want them to get made. And now Hasbro and Gentle Giant are catching up to us as fan creators. Hasbro and Gentle Giant and Marvel Legends and Star Wars Retro Collection, they figured it out. Like, they know this is cool. When I drew this, sorry, I didn't say that. When I originally drew, my Kenner Boba Fett, that was the first toy I drew. And at that time, I knew, okay, I'm going to draw them all. I'm going to draw all 96, all 100, and I'm going to draw the ones that they never made. And then I started to draw the ones they never made, which included this guy. So 3 years ago, I drew the Mandalorian as a vintage Kenner figure. And now
they have it.
Hasbro has it. Gentle Giant has it. Smith Lord and Toy Weaver and 3D Panda Studio or Desert Octopus, all these other guys who are primarily custom action figure makers have also done the same thing. So now it's almost mainstream. So I have a lot of competition in that realm now. So I need to look into something else, I think. We'll see. I like toys.
Lightning will strike.
It just needs to strike every time my bills are due. You know what I mean?
Oh, trust me, I understand that. Because I mean, like, lately, like, one reason, like, there's some figures I want to get, but there's one, it's the price, and it's just like, look at the price of gas right now. Price of gas is nuts. And
whatever you're paying there, it's more here, dude.
And honestly, like right now, well, in my area, you're kind of cautious as to what stores and what areas you're going into right now. I don't know if you heard what happened here.
Where are you?
In Buffalo.
Oh yeah, there's some bang stuff going on in a grocery store, right?
A white supremacist who's not even from this area came to this area, targeted that Tops, and wound up. There's 11 people who now are no longer with us anymore.
Yeah, I saw something. He was kicked out of the store the day before, or something.
Well, apparently he was scoping it out.
Yeah, okay.
But some 18-year-old gets his hands on assault rifles and body armor. That's why they had a hard time getting him.
Oh, is that right, eh?
He had body armor. What 18-year-old gets his hand on body armor?
You can buy it anywhere you want in the States.
It's just crazy.
You can go on Amazon right now and buy it, can't you?
Huh?
Can you go on Amazon.com right now and buy it? Legally?
I think certain grades of it.
Yeah, I guarantee. I know you can for a fact.
But there's also like there's a company, I think it's called Bud K, where you can buy like fatigues, knives, stuff that you could probably modify, of course. But they only ship it to certain states. They won't ship it to certain states, so they exclude some. But there's always ways around that.
I understand. And I think for that, not United States in general. I'm not saying they're going to break in 2 or 4. Yeah. They're going to break into 50.
Yeah.
and you're gonna have different drinking and weed.
But
And gun,
it's weird
abortion
that
laws, you name it.
that happened Saturday. I was out of town. We were driving back to Buffalo when that happened, but then they also had threats the next 2 days at a couple other stores.
Really? Eh?
So they're thinking that this isn't done yet. I mean, he had a manifesto.
Headline news here in Vancouver, but I did catch something about it on the Twitterverse and shit like that.
I mean, they even had Biden come down to the city, like to pay his respects. I'm like, I get that he's paying his respects, but unless something's being done, I mean, this kid is going to go to prison for life. Well, we'll see how long he lives.
Yeah.
You know, whatever he gets, in my book, he friggin' deserves. But it's just like, and there's even more to it now. The dispatch, there was a 911 dispatcher who apparently is on leave right now because she actually hung up on one of the people who called because they weren't talking loud enough on the phone. She couldn't make out what the woman was saying, so she kept telling her to speak up. She says, "I can't," and basically this dispatcher hung up on her. So, I mean, the police could have got there sooner potentially. It's just really messed up that all this happens. So, it's just crazy. It's like my wife went to do shopping after work on Monday because we didn't do grocery shopping over the weekend because of the trip we had. And she was like, "Oh, I'm going to go to this store." I was like, "No, I'd rather we can wait a couple days for it. I just wanted to make sure that everything was safe, We weren't starving. I mean, hey. But, it's really scary. It makes you kind of like rethink a lot of things. I mean, it's 2022 and still have this kind of, mentality of, white, black, there's racism. I mean, it's just, I grew up in the east side of Buffalo. I grew up in basically the hood. Like, I see a person, I see that person. I don't see color. I see preps, I see jocks. That's what I see.
Yep.
I mean,
maybe I don't understand that's been in the news the past 10 days or 2 weeks or so. Okay, there is still a war in Ukraine right now, isn't there?
And where?
There is, right? I'm not
Ukraine, yeah.
Not,
no, Russia.
So but here's my question. Okay, there is actually a war because I watch a little bit of it every day. I catch an update. What I don't understand is how in the F are President Joe Biden, his wife, Prime Minister Trudeau, his wife, are they like visiting there and having like dinners? And is there not a war there? Like, are we not meant to believe there's actually tanks and people fleeing and dying?
I don't know
like, which is happening. How do fucking presidents visit there when they're in the middle of a war? I'm lost. I've given up on.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, Google had to close down their offices in Russia, and they had to file bankruptcy because the governments were confiscating their accounts, so they could continue to fund themselves.
All these things happen, these sanctions and whatever is going on with America.
I personally don't get how the UN is allowing them to do this.
I don't know. I don't believe there's a war, dude, is what I'm saying. Like, if there's really tanks rolling around downtown Kyiv and 3 blocks away on the next big city, how the frick is Trudeau there having lunch with the president of Vakistan, whatever it's called, Ukraine? Like,
is the war on a schedule? Like, it's only between the hours of 9 and 5?
That's what I mean. Like, is it a video game war? Is it 14,000 away? No, because the whole country, it takes like an hour to drive across it. Like Europe fits in my block. Like all of Europe is not big compared to like my city of Vancouver. Like,
yeah, I mean, you can drive from one country to another. Like we cross towns.
In England, you can drive an hour in any direction and you hit the ocean. Like, England is not big, right?
Yeah.
So where Ukraine is, it's only like twice the size of England and a tenth the size of Prince Edward Island or Florida. But I mean, it's only, I don't know. There's not enough thousands of miles between where there's a war and where presidents are having brunch with prime ministers. I'm just confused about it all. That's all. I thought I'd bring that up.
No, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, you don't like. I really don't hear a whole lot about that anymore either.
No, it's because it's all Johnny Depp trial now. That's the most exciting thing going on in North America. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm addicted to it.
Don't get me wrong. I do watch the short clips that they post on YouTube and Instagram. Dude, it's kind of funny.
I watched 8 hours of it for the past week.
Her lawyers are complete idiots. And I love how like his lawyers are just kind of like sitting back laughing. They're having a good old time about it. I love how it
makes me feel a lot smarter than I am watching a lot of stuff. I realize, wow, I'm really freaking smart, man. And people just don't know it.
I love how like Depp's little responses, like, well, yeah, I'm trying to tell you that yes, this is what was going on. It was like they're asking the same question 20 times. Huh?
Did you see when they're questioning Johnny Depp when he was on the stand?
Yeah,
because
like
he was brilliant. Like she would say, "Can you read this piece of paper?" He's like, "If you're asking me if I'm able to read, yes." And he was like, "That's exactly how I would be. Like, can you read this to me? Like, are you asking me to read it, or are you just do you want to know if I'm able to read English?"
Or half the time when he's trying to answer their question, they're already objecting.
Yes, before he says anything. It's been funny, and he was I thought he was really good on the stand because he made that one guy lawyer look like they just put a quarter in the machine and pulled him out, like, because he would ask a question, Johnny Depp would be a smart ass and say something, and then the guy would ask the same question again, and Johnny Depp goes,
I feel bad for that judge.
Change those two words around and ask me the same question.
I feel bad for that judge because I'm sure the judge is just like losing it every day.
She's famous now, and she probably just got $1 million raise, so she's fine.
Yeah, she'll be the next Judge Ito, because he got rich for a minute and then vanished.
Absolutely,
from the OG trial.
All Johnny Depp's lawyers and his will be famous now. That Camille chick is going to be famous.
That was that the was it the psychologist or the person that she was. I don't know her name.
She was a very pretty lady. Is that what you're saying, Dave? Yes.
I would say yes.
For sure she was. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Johnny's dating her now.
And she can handle herself on the stand too.
Yeah, she seemed like a pretty smart woman. That they couldn't make her say the wrong things. No. Which is weird, man, because some of the people up there, they're like, yes, I'm a lawyer. And they would make them say the wrong thing. And I'm like, you can't be a lawyer, man. You just effed up. Like, they had a guy today. He was a hashtag expert dude, a self-proclaimed hashtag expert. And it was hilarious. They went on an hour and they talked about what his job was. And he would search all the negative hashtags about Amber, all the negative hashtags about Johnny.
So, in other words, a social media analyst of some type.
And Amber Turd, there was over 27,000 tweets. And I'm just like, this is on TV. Like, people are watching this guy count Amber Turd hashtags. And then they even brought up, like, this right-wing YouTuber guy. They're like, have you heard of that umbrella guy? And I'm like, shut up, man. They just mentioned the guy on YouTube who's just a dude on YouTube, right? I don't think he's got 1 million followers or nothing, but I bet you he does now. That was funny because they could have said anyone. Like, hey, do you know that Star Wars theory guy? Like, or whatever. They just brought up not a random YouTube guy, because all this guy does is stream every day about hating Disney and Marvel and Amber Turd and whatever else is popular hate that day.
Well,
make a living off it.
Well, did you hear the latest? Like, okay, obviously Disney is moving forward without Johnny Depp, which I think that's their choice. But they want
We'll
to
see what
do.
happens because Johnny Depp is now at the point now where he won't be Jack Sparrow again unless they pay him 10,000 alpacas, or maybe it's 1,000,000 alpacas. Not
But
money. They have to pay him in like livestock.
hey,
So he's
that
got
might
him.
be cheaper. That might be cheaper, But I mean, he's personally, I think he deserves apologies from both Warner Brothers and Disney
Yeah.
because first these allegations, they assumed that he was the bad guy in it, and he wasn't. When she was arguing with him, what did he do? He removed himself from the situation so there would be no violence.
Yeah, I think the only way that Johnny could have peace with Disney is if Disney was to actually sign over the rights to Pirates of the Caribbean to him, and then Johnny Depp could go to wherever Netflix and make a movie or whatever, right? I think that's the only way that he could ever
Did you
have
see
peace,
who? Did you see
because
who?
otherwise he could sue them for $400 million and he'll
Did you
win.
see who they want to be in the pirate movies moving forward? Margot Robbie,
Okay.
Harley from Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn. So I'm like, okay, so they're gonna go. I mean, if it's a good script or a good storyline, or if it makes sense, sure, go for it. But are you just gonna do
Sure,
it
she's
just
never
because
done drugs
it's
or
a hip
alcohol.
thing to kind of flop genders and switch races? Is Disney? Is that what you're doing right now? Because that's what it seems like.
I don't think it's hip. I think there's not other options anymore. They've run out of options, and the only thing they can do is bizarro world versions of stuff. Which, in a way, I kind of understand. They're
Hey,
just trying something.
I
No
love the
one died.
multiverse just like
Nobody died when they made the all-female Ghostbusters movie, right? Nobody died. It didn't
no,
make a lot of money, but I mean, nobody died because of it. It was just
no,
made some entertainment. It didn't make $100 million like they
and
wanted.
I've said this before. If they
Move
would
on.
have said it in a different city somewhere,
Oh, maybe, or made it a
if
cartoon.
if they didn't blatantly shove, smash the faces of the original Ghostbuster fans. I mean, they used the firehouse. They featured Sigourney Weaver after credit scene. Annie Potts was, the concierge at a hotel,
Yeah,
which was a jab at the first movie because, you know, as Janine, she's yelling at, she's complaining to Peter Venkman, and he's like, "Listen, someone with your qualifications would have no problem getting a job in the house cleaning or hotel industry." And her character winds up being something like that.
yeah. No,
Bill
I
Murray played a person trying to debunk myths in ghosts,
yeah.
that ghosts aren't real. I mean, it was just, it felt like it was trying too hard. They should have said it in some other city, like maybe San Francisco. Set it in the same universe as Ghostbusters, but it could be its own thing, having nothing to do with the original people. That
I
would have.
heard they officially said they're going to make a sequel to Afterlife now.
Oh yes, they're working on scripts right now. Anyone who's just tuning in, this is our little stream. We're just doing our Thursday night stream, getting ready for Saturday morning. We are doing a 10-hour stream from 10 a.m. Eastern until 8 p.m. Eastern. We were doing 11 mystery box wheels, $5 per chance for per wheel, or $20 gets you one chance for all wheels, including a hot toy. We have a Funko Pop box. We have 4 Star Wars boxes. We have a Gundam box. It's going to have multiple Gundam kits. Transformers. We're giving a Lego box away. We have tons of surprises. Every dollar, every nickel, every dime goes to Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Institute. So please join us, and you can always reach out to me if you have any questions about any of the details. Unlimited, you can do as many chances as you want. You back?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm not showing up.
No, yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife, they did give the green light to it. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of script moving forward. I mean, if you saw the movie, I mean, right at the end, they left it wide open.
Well, yeah, they'll have the guy. I think he's on Quantum Leap now. The
Yeah,
one-
Ernie Hudson.
yeah,
That's surprising, and I'm curious to see how well the show does.
I don't
Because,
think it will do well.
I
Not when
mean,
Scott Bakula's alive. Like it's like,
yeah.
come on,
Well,
man.
I'm hoping that maybe if it's well received, that NBC will be like, okay, Scott, we want you. He's been talking to them the entire time. They're the ones that says that.
Oh, it was probably his idea. Like, and he probably said, "Yeah, I want $10 million,"
Well,
which he deserves.
I don't
But
think it was. I don't think it's a money issue because I mean he said that he would jump
that's why
at the
I think
chance.
he will be on it, but
Yeah,
as like a last scene of the season finale or episode one
yeah.
finale
I
of
could see
season one.
something. I could see something towards the end, or like maybe they get a glimpse of him, and then the person leaps when they could have had a chance to speak with him longer. You know, I could
Yeah, so I
see.
think that does mean it is because of money.
Yeah, but
Because if NBC wanted to make Quantum Leap with Scott Bakula, they'd
yeah.
have to pay him $10 million. Let's say it's $2 million, which is
Well,
probably realistic. It's Amber Heard money. $2 million to make
I mean he
work for
was
3
Quantum
months
Leap.
on a
I
TV
mean
show.
he was Quantum Leap, so I don't think that's
Well, and the guy who died last year, right?
Dean Stockwell
Yeah, they had a
who played
very good.
Al.
They had a very good on camera,
Oh, they had great chemistry. I mean, they were like best friends in real life too.
Yeah, and
But
he is a classic. He was a classic actor that brought in our moms and dads,
yeah,
and maybe us as kids, we were a little more attached to Scott Bakula. We thought he was a little funnier, cuter, whatever the reason. There was
well,
there's
Scott
reasons
Bakula
why
had
everything was done like
that likable everyman kind of Boy Scout. That kind of like he was a hero without being a hero.
They tried
But
to make a show your mom and dad could watch.
yeah, well,
That's why they made a Fall
I did
Guy.
actually watch Quantum Leap with my mom.
Me, my whole family.
And I always hated how they ended it though.
Well, at the end of it, he's going to a new place or something.
That he was just leaping out there, but now he was leaping in his own body.
It was original though. It was a very original show.
But now you know who Ernie Hudson is playing in the show, right?
I just saw they posted some pictures today.
Now you watched the show. Remember there was the 2-part episode where he leaps into his teenage self, and then he leaps into his.
Like, you're talking 40 years ago stuff.
Okay.
I don't remember a lot.
Well, there was an episode where he leaps into his high school self. He has to win the basketball game at Thanksgiving. He tries to warn his brother Tom, who dies in Vietnam, that on a certain date, I want you to find the deepest, darkest hole and hide. And right when he leaps, he shouts his brother's name, and he's extending his hand towards him like he's reaching for him. He leaps into his brother's platoon in Vietnam a couple days before he's supposed to die.
Isn't that how the whole series ended?
No, that was like I think that was second or third season. But the person that Sam leaps into, that's Ernie Hudson grown up.
Oh, okay.
Magic. Herbert Magic something, I can't remember the last name, but that's him. He's not like a senator or someone on a control committee that helps get funding for Project Quantum Leap now.
Cool. So
it's weird that person would years later become a part of Project Quantum Leap. I think he's going to have more of a deeper connection in some shape or form. That maybe he had residual memories of Sam, because when he leaped, sometimes his mind would merge with the person a little bit.
Yeah. They actually tried to make not a spin-off, but they tried to do a mixed show where he quantum leaped and became Magnum PI.
Yeah, that never aired though. I saw pictures of it. Yeah.
So yeah, they made like a trailer.
Yeah, because
where he like turns and he's actually, Magnum PI or Tom Selleck or whatever.
I mean, they were both Belisario shows, so that's why.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been awesome.
I think it's funny watching the Johnny trial too, because I was on 21 Jump Street in 1990 as a high schooler, right? Like,
Yeah.
we got paid good money, like $25 an hour to be an extra on this episode of Jump Street. And I hung out with Johnny Depp for a week, man, smoking American cigarettes, and he was like mid-20s at the time.
Was he
and we
still
were
pretty
like,
mellow back then, or
oh, dude,
laid back?
He was a baby. Very, very much. But yeah, that's I have a little bit of a connection to him.
Well, that's cool.
Like, he introduced me to smoking cigarettes. Put it that way.
He corrupted you.
In a way.
You were corrupted by Johnny Depp.
I don't do all the things he does, but I think we have a lot more in common than we don't.
Don't say it too loud. They might call you as a witness.
That's okay. I'm a hashtag expert. I can tell you what's trending and what's not trending, and you can call me onto the stand, and I'll tell you how many times people tweeted Amber Turd. Or now how many people tweet long live retro. That's the hashtag I'm trying to make go viral. Make it, what's it called? Trending on Twitter.
Well,
God, I hate Twitter.
Didn't Warner Brothers fire her now? They're like trying to remove her from the Aquaman 2 movie.
Yeah, it hasn't been officially confirmed because Aquaman 2 is not out yet.
Yeah.
But all these fans,
they could easily take someone else's face and voice.
They made petition.org to remove her from there. Like, actual people did this. And that's what came up in the trial today. They're talking to Amber Heard's publicist. And she's like, yeah, and then all these bots on Twitter were spreading this bad Amber Turd tweets. And I'm like, really? So now all these people that are tweeting hashtag Amber Turd are fake people? Like, this is on court. And remember, these lawyers, some of them are like 79 years old and don't know what a Twitter bot is.
Or what a hashtag is, probably.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. Because the one lawyer is like, the cat lady, she's like, what is a hashtag? What does that mean? Yeah, it's pretty funny. And apparently half of the jury is like in their 20s too.
Cracks me up. I mean,
yeah, we got at least 2 more weeks of this stuff, I think, too. I think they said the defense still has 28 hours or something crazy like that. They have to match up and how many hours they argue. It's freaking stupid.
It's like, what, you're only allowed so many hours a day?
Oh, she extended it. Now they do like 8.5 hours a day. She extended it half hour because she's trying to get it done, right? And the worst part is they're bringing up all these, what they call them, dysenteries, basically where people were put on the stand and questioned 2 years ago. And then they're going to play it for an hour so the jury can see it. And I'm like, this is ridiculous, man. I can't believe people are making money off this shit. And here I'm watching a couple of YouTubers, the Rakaida Law guy. And he's streaming it all day for 8 hours. Then he takes a break and then he comes on at night and talks another 5 hours about it. The whole time, like every 18 seconds, someone's sending him $100 super chat, $200 super chat, $500 super chat. So he's probably making like $250,000 this month, man, off super chats.
Take care, Vern.
Yeah, I think he left like 40 minutes ago.
Probably about 30 minutes ago, looks like.
Yeah, I was just trying to look. That was the last chat. I gotta feed my cat too. He keeps clawing at my leg, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go because we're almost at 3 hours right now. So
cool. I just want to come on and cheer you on.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you Saturday morning.
Yep, and we'll have plenty to talk about with Kenobi coming up. Probably talk a little Doctor Strange because it's a couple weeks afterwards. We can start talking spoilers with some people.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go watch yesterday's episode of Better Call Saul because there's only one left in that series. I'm loving that show. and I think I got one more episode of the new Star Trek to watch.
Yeah, I have to watch
actually
that one.
pretty good.
I'm actually
That's
digging
actually-
it.
Yeah, I like the captain.
I'm-
He's charismatic, good actor.
Anson Mount is very likable. I mean,
It's
I
kind of
think he's
retro.
a great Pike.
Yeah.
I'm liking the vibe of everything, and it's
I like Captain Kirk's mustache.
well,
Well, he's not
that's
Captain, he's
Kirk's brother.
Red shirt Kirk. That's not
That's
Captain Kirk.
Sam. That's not James Kirk. That's Sam Kirk, his brother.
Oh, I thought it was Tiberius Kirk.
No, if you rewatch the episode, like we hear a reference to an Ensign Kirk or Lieutenant Kirk or whatever.
Yeah,
and that's him.
what
That's Sam. That's his brother Sam.
Oh, I just assumed it was Captain Kirk.
Yeah, that it's
I've never
kind of
heard
like
of Sam Kirk until right now.
yeah. It cracked.
That's weird.
Like
Has he ever
I'm like, wait a
been
minute.
brought up ever?
I'm like, that's not Kirk. That's Kirk's older brother.
Yeah, I actually have to look this up. I've never heard of Sam Kirk ever, and I've watched I think every Star Trek.
Well,
George Samuel Kirk Sr. That's his dad.
Yeah,
Which
because
is Thor.
Kirk makes a reference to his brother and his brother's family living on a colony somewhere. That's like the only reference we get. We never saw Sam Kirk on screen.
Yeah, here's an article like that put out today. Has Captain Kirk always had a brother? Like this is brand new to me, dude. I just assumed that was Captain Kirk.
Yeah, because they kind of swapped around the canon a little bit. Yeah.
George Samuel Kirk. Interesting. Okay, that's I didn't know that.
Yeah,
because I was actually liking the show because him and Spock, like, okay, this makes sense.
Because I liked how Pike was like, oh yeah, and by the way, he's your boss.
Now I'm totally confused
when he pointed at Spock.
I don't know why he exists.
I think it was supposed to be kind of like a whatchamacallit, not really an Easter egg, but kind of in a way. Like, oh, here, Kirk, like we keep hearing the mention of Kirk, and then suddenly it's not the Kirk we expected, to kind of like throw it at us kind of sideways. So
yeah, that's weird. I don't know if I like the show anymore now. I don't think I like it now because of that.
you thought it was Kirk,
huh? End up being Spock's brother and Uhura's sister too. Like, it just makes no sense. That
Spock does have a brother. Spock does have a half brother, Sybok, from Star Trek V.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, Kirk didn't have a brother until like last week.
Not on screen, anyways.
Star Trek is older than me, and I'm old.
It's older than both of us. That's one thing I'm looking forward to. Is I think like in August, me and my wife are doing it. We're going to Ticonderoga, New York. They have the Star Trek Museum where this guy got all the original blueprints. They recreated the original Star Trek bridge and scenes. Cool. It's like a full-blown museum. They have like Star Trek actors like John Delancey, Brent Spiner, Shatner comes there a couple times a year, George Takei, Walter Koenig. So yeah, we're gonna. She's been picking the past couple trips, so this is like, well, I'm like, I would like to go to Ticonderoga, check it out. Being the Trekkie I am.
I went to the Star Trek Sheraton themed hotel in Las Vegas in the late 90s before it closed down. It was pretty cool, man. It was quite the experience. We went to the one, everything was Star Trekky, right? Like you felt like you were, within the universe. It was that neat. And then you go to the bar and there's Klingons and Ferengis and they come up to your table and spill. Oh, it was pretty cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was impressed. And that was my 95, 96. I went there.
Yeah, because back then they had a traveling Star Trek science exhibit back in the 90s.
Yeah, it came to the P&E here, our exhibition one year, and they had
it came to our Buffalo Museum of Science.
Yeah,
and they had touch screen computers and like you could really do stuff. And I was like, that was like the coolest thing. They had like a little thing where they could record you like transporting onto a planet. It's like they did special effects stuff.
Yeah.
But they also were airing like classic Star Trek episodes, TNG episodes in these auditoriums. So I mean, it was a pretty cool thing back then. But I'm going to get going, and I will see you on Saturday.
You will, buddy, if you don't see me sooner, for sure.
Take care.
Cheers,
And
everyone.
we're going to go ahead and end this stream. Guys, I appreciate you coming out, hanging out with us. We still have 4 people watching. Again, this Saturday, please share all the links. If you go to my YouTube page, the YouTube channel, go under the community tab, you'll find all the links on all the videos talking about Stream for the Cure, all the twists and turns. And don't forget, the hot toy we're giving away is Captain America Endgame. It's an amazing hot toy. You could take a $5 chance or do a $20 on all wheels. What's $20? I mean, $5 is a cup of coffee, guys. So for a couple cups, 4 cups of coffee, you get in on every wheel. We're going to have tons of prizes, tons of giveaways. Join us. Hang out. It's going to be an open stream. You have a channel of your own you want to talk about? You want to talk about a business or a hobby of yours? Come on. It's open house. So until next time, let me just throw this up. Until next time, this is Dave from Dave's Dimension saying keep on busting, and I will always catch you on the flip side. Take care.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody.